Hello, my darlings. How are you? Fancy meeting us here today. I love that everybody has shown up again. So, I set a couple of goals, one for the mainstream and one for the vertical stream. So, if you guys want to pony up, we're going to see if we're going to hit those goals. So, I see I've got Zephyr Canine in the house. Good to see you, honey. So absolutely, Violetta. I see we've got some supers coming in. Guys, don't forget, if you can't do a super, there is also a donate on my PayPal. All of that is linked up at the top. I have been out in the sun today. I was training dogs. Haley, I did not watch Crash last night. I crashed. I was exhausted. So we're going to try and keep it to an hour today. And let's get up. So, Raven's barking too. I had the opportunity to bring my father-in-law's dog to the kennel today, so we had a lot of fun. That might be Gregopedia coming home. Yes, Gregopedia is not missing. He is here and in the world. All right, so guys, we've got Sharina, my Sharina. Welcome back. It's good to have Sharina here. She's got great questions. We're going to get that Emmanuel straightened out right away. Let me give some star-spangled stuff to some of the other supers that came through. I don't know why I can't see the supers. There we go. I got a Violetta. Violetta, I hope you're feeling good today. I know you weren't feeling well yesterday. We got a nice little community here. Dora, Choosable. How you doing? Penny Jonas in the house. Guys, go over and give Cindy Dogwood. If somebody could drop Cindy's link, that would be fantastic. Cindy's got a great channel. She's doing some cool cooking stuff. Cindy, I'm on an ice cream making kick. Ask me about it later. I've got chocolate gelato. I made an amazing gelato yesterday. And I made a corn and raspberry ice cream. No, it does not have chunks of corn in it. You soak the corn in milk, and it's absolutely delicious. It tastes like the cereal corn pops. So, guys, we are going to have some fun with this. Violetta, you're feeling better. That's great. My son's got a migraine today. He's got a horrible, horrible migraine. Woke up with a migraine. There's Cindy's link, guys. Just go over there. Give her a view. She's another Jersey girl like me. She's a good one. We want to make sure we keep her channel nice and healthy over there. Keep the subs rolling in. She's good egg. And I owe her readings. And I was going to call her last night, but my life went sideways after I got off here because everyone was so generous and wonderful. So if we hit the goal on either channel, on either stream, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys the video of me. Hello, Miss Becky. I'm going to show you the video of me training Miku, my father-in-law's dog, out in the field today. You can see what I look like. I do look like a butterball. So all of the people that are saying I'm really thin right now, I look like a butterball in this video. So I appreciate you saying that I look really thin. I have lost 41 pounds. I went up a pound. But all things are good. All things are. Oh, Haley's having a thunderstorm. I'm jealous. I love thunderstorms. That's okay. If we drop the link more than once, that's okay. Oh, Melissa, that is very kind. Thank you very much, Melissa. Fantastic. Those of you on the vertical stream, if you want to hit that react button, it works on the regular stream too. It's the little heart that's down in the corner, and it lets you do laughy face or sad face or celebrate. Guys, that really tells YouTube a lot about what I'm doing over here, and it shoves my videos up to the front. So if you guys are reacting, that's fantastic. I want to remind everybody that, let me take the comments off the stage too. I want to remind everybody that I have 3 readings available a week. They are pay what you can. They're half-hour readings. Take advantage of them. There's 3 weeks, so you can always book one from week to week, however you'd like. It's a half hour. It's one-on-one with us. We sit here, we do the reading, blah, blah, blah. If you need a little extra time and I don't have anybody after you, we can go into that time as well. Also, I'm going to make a change to the text message, WhatsApp, and email readings. I think I am going to include the voice message for the text and WhatsApp. I think I'm just going to include that. I'll send you a picture of the spread, and then I'll just do the voice for it. So it'll be a lot easier. Everybody can do that. So yeah, Melissa, if you think of a question, just put it all in caps, and Maj, just keep me aware of that. Let's get into it. I do want to, at some point, I'm going to do, I think, a Mackenzie Sherrill reading too. I think I'm saying her name wrong, but I think I'm going to do a reading on her too. So everybody, let's giddy up. Let's get going. You guys are here and ready. And we are going to start it out with our featured content creator today. Cindy, you are a featured content creator today. So Cindy has 6 offers on her house. It is going to be difficult to choose between the 3 high ones. So how we're going to do this, Miss Cindy, we are going to do first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Okay. So I'm not going to say this is the highest offer. This is the last offer. What we're going to do is we're just going to do them as they came in chronological order. All right. So bringing up that card view. If you have not hit that like button, go hit it right now. Go smash it. Give it a shoulder bump. Don't forget, this Thursday, Barney and I are going to be giving great advice on navigating the dating world. This is going to be wild. All right. So, Cindy, we are going to do 6 offers. And what we're going to do is we're going to do which one's the sweetest right now. And then we're going to do which one's going to stick. So, see if I can get a psychic score in a few weeks. So, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So, and I'm going to preface this with people here in the United States. For those of you that are outside of the United States, we typically get pre-approved for an amount on the house. So if I say that someone's going to have some trouble getting their money, they may be pre-approved, but they may not. If the house appraises more, they may not be able to get the additional money for that. Or if there's, something sketchy, like they didn't get a correct pre-approval, or they're in desperation, they started looking at some numbers that are above their pre-approval and they just want to go back and get it. So what it looks like, Miss Cindy, if I had to say which one is going to be the closer, we've got 1, 2, and 5. 1, 2, and 5 are all going to be viable offers. I think 3 is punching above their weight a little bit. I think 4 is not, and this is why I started talking about the pre-approval, because I think 4 is going to have some issue with that pre-approval. I just don't think they're going to be able to get into that house for the amount that they're going to have to pony up. So if we go into bidding war, this one I think falls out during the bidding war. So let's talk about, hi Grace, good morning. I got you there, Haley. I see your question. Thank you very much. You guys are great. You guys are fantastic. All right, mods, keep an eye on that goal. Let me know if that goal hits the bell. Ding, ding, ding. You can ring my bell. That's out of my range. You guys sing the rest of it. Ring a ring a ring. 6 won't be made until tonight. 6, you know what? Look, Judgment's in reverse. I don't know if that 6 is going to come in, or maybe they're going to come in at kind of a negligible number, like maybe a little bit above asking. So just for everybody that's outside of New Jersey right now, New Jersey is a 10 to 15% over asking state right now. So if you list your house, list it high, people are still going to come in over the asking price. It's pretty wild what real estate's doing right now. Realtors are making a fortune. Brokers are making a fortune. It's fantastic. Life is good. Life is good, right? So over here, let me see. Let's get our obsidian ball. I want to see what we see here. We're creating a little conduit between the obsidian ball and my amethyst wand, purchased from AliciaWicker.com. Alicia Wicker is also a content creator on here who is fabulous. Go over and sub to her too. Another featured content creator. Cindy, I'm going to tell you, I don't know which one is really the best offer. Candidates number 2 love the house. Candidates number 1, they definitely, your first offer definitely wants the house and is going to go the distance. They actually will dig deeper into their pockets. The second offer that you have, they love the house, but I don't know if they're going to be able to pull it off. Thanks so much, Zephyr, for dropping Alicia's link. I really appreciate that. This one, I think they're willing to wait and see if any of the deals fall through, number 3. And that happens sometimes. The real estate agents will say, well, let's make an offer and see if any of the deals fall through. So we may have some of that. Again, these guys, I don't think they have the money or the backing for it. What did, I just want to bring this up. Dora the Builder says, always check assets to make sure they have the money to go over the asking in case the house doesn't appraise for more. Correct. And that was the situation that we had with this house because there was no inventory. We made a very, very high offer. we came in 10,000 under their asking. And then by the end of the next day, I was like, they got asking, like we get us in the house. And then the house didn't appraise for that. So we had to do a little bit of finagling and coordinate with them. So I'm going to backtrack on this 5th offer. While the 5th offer seems very viable, something's going to slam the door shut on that one. Okay, good. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you. She's got the appraisal gap is in there for her homeowner candidates. So let's see now who, and I'm going to use a different deck for this. Let's see who's going to get it. Throwing cards all over the place. Woo! Huh. I'm going to ask you guys in the comments, 1 through 6, which candidate do you think is going to get this house? 1 through 6. Put in the comments right now. If you think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is for who gets it. Who's getting the house? Let's go, kids. Drop the comments. Haley, we got one from Haley. We got one from my Sharina. My Sharina. All right, we're getting somewhere. Kaylinda calling it 6. Zephyr's calling it 3. Haley's calling it 3. My Sharina's calling it 3. Cindy thinks it's going to be 6. Zeph's going to go for the long shot. It's not just the long shot, but they're the ones that have endurance right there. We got 30 people in the chat. Guys, drop a like for me. Drop it. Hit that react button. Tell YouTube that this is a channel worth watching. YouTube thinks that it's not. YouTube, take the boot off my neck. All right, guys, going once, going twice. Anybody else want to drop in their opinion? Any opinions? Guys, I got to say, I think it's 3. I think it's 3 right here. So that's interesting because when we look at this, the second spread is about who's going to get it. So who's going to go the distance, who's going to wind up with it. The first was how they shape up. So this one, the disposition with that star card is they're going to wait. They're going to wait. They're going to let the bidding war happen, and they're just going to kind of sit back. And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is. It's sometime. That is a crazy name that you have here. I think that's your name. I think I said it right. Correct my pronunciation. But so I think it's Cindy. I think it's going to be offer number 3. Why do I think that? I think over here with the Page of Pentacles, they have the money. They love the house. They don't want to get into a bidding war. So I think that they're not going to get into a bidding war. Oh, Gary, I did pronounce it wrong. I hope I made you laugh when I tried to pronounce it. So over here, I think this Knight of Cups, they're torn between 2 houses. So I think they are making offers, but I think there was another house that they liked as well. So, well, Gary, I am psychic. I'm tuned in, man. I'm tuned in. So I'm going to vote on offer number 3. I think offer number 3 is the one that's going to go the distance. I think that's the one that's going to be the strongest, but they're going to be the quietest. That, when we get that star card, we're looking at a very, very quiet future. Things are peaceful. Things are calm. This buyer is probably going to give you the least friction as well. So looking good. Looking good here, kids. Cindy, you have any questions about it before I move on? I so appreciate you, my friend. I'm going to miss you. Oh, Gary, I am not a witch. Not at all. You spelled it wrong. No, I am not a practicing Wiccan or anything like that. I'm not a practicing pagan. I have been reading cards since 1989 when I was 17. I am an old crankety gal. I know a little bit about Wicca. I've got a really, really good friend that's a Wiccan. But I come from a super mixed religious background. My father's Jewish, my mother's Protestant, my grandmother was Catholic, Italian Catholic. You know how that goes. We have a Hare Krishna in the family someplace. My ex-husband was a Buddhist. My current husband was raised with no religion, but his father is Lutheran. His mother was Buddhist. So I have a really, really mixed religious background. The last thing I want to do is add one more religion in there. But I am studying astrology. I started studying astrology in an academic fashion this year. So that is like a full-blown religion. So, the catechism is real. The catechism is real. Let me take my shoes off here. Oh, I might bring out a fun deck for you guys too today. Maybe when we do some of the pop culture stuff. So Gary, stick around because you're going to be a wealth of knowledge for me. A friend of mine is a Wiccan and actually got me a job with a very interesting company that I only stayed there for a couple of weeks. Very big, crazy company. And I found out that, I'll just say it as Dior. I was working for Dior for a hot minute. My friend is a makeup artist for them. And I was unaware of how much of the esoteric was put into all of the Dior lines. I thought it was just occasionally they would let their slip show because Christian Dior was into lots of esoteric. He, followed astrology, did all kinds of cool stuff. And I did not realize how much there was involved in the Dior company. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So Gary, are you UK or are you United States? What are you? We got a lot of Irish people in here. We love the Irish. I did have a baby with a Scottish person, but we love the Irish. So, Cindy, thank you so much. Let's Move it on up. Move it on up. All right. So we've got my girlfriend here, Violetta. We got all the Jersey girls in the house. First thing I'm going to do for my girl, Violetta, the lovely Violetta, we are going to give you a Kyle Gray Raise Your Vibration card. This is for June for you, darling. June for you. Oklahoma, look at that. Violetta, come home to your body. Now, I know you weren't feeling well yesterday, so sometimes when we don't feel well, we really kind of push ourselves out of our body because we don't want to be with all those germs and white blood cells going chaotic, which, by the way, I found out when I was sick with COVID 2 weeks ago. I actually Googled, I said, like, well, I chat GPT'd it. I said, why do we get body aches when we hurt? And it actually migrates. Your body aches will migrate when you're sick. And the reason is because of all the white blood cells and red blood cells that are going to different areas. They kind of flood the area and create all this inflammation. It was a really interesting little study that I did. So come home to your body. So you may have been running from some of the, let's call it an injury for lack of a better thing. Being sick, it's like an injury. So you were kind of running from that. And when we get fevers and we're resting, we kind of leave our body in some circumstances. So come home to your body, do some grounding rituals. Potatoes, my favorite thing in the world to ground myself. I love mashed potatoes. Whenever I get a little too psychic, I will eat a bowl of mashed potatoes. Another good way to do it is steak. If you're vegan, steak is right out, so don't use the steak. But potatoes, vodka is one. Vodka is one that you can get a little bit of grounding from it. Any of the vegetables that grow on the ground, any of your animals that have heavy hooves and are walking on the ground will be considered a grounding food. Chicken is a little bit different. Chicken kind of floats you up on the top. Sharina, I knew I liked you heavy on the vodka. Moi paparuski, so we have a sweet taste for vodka. I may have a little vodka today. Fun fact, my grandfather told me this, my late grandfather, if you have diarrhea, a old world cure is you take crushed ground black pepper and you fill up a shot glass on the bottom until it has a coat. And then you pour vodka in there and you do shots of that until you feel better. That was what I was told. I never did that. I don't know if it works. I don't know if I recommend it. But so come home to your body. Make sure you bring that back in. Let's see what Violetta's June is going to be like. We're going to do buckets here. We're going to do a bucket reading. What is a bucket reading, guys? So bucket readings are where I take different aspects of your life and we look at the 3 cards or 4 cards or 5 cards or whatever buckets we're going to assign, and we say tea and lots of garlic. I got some tea with me with my great indoors never stop exploring and the slipper. This show is sponsored by Yorkshire Red. I love that Yorkshire Red. So what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Oh, so the bucket reading. So we'll do the 3 piles. We'll see which card is the biggest trump. And then we kind of dig down on that. So let's see. Violetta, we are going to look at, I'm going to pick your buckets. Self, health, family, and we'll do work last. Self, health, family, and work. So now when we look at this bucket reading, what we want to focus on is the biggest card there. So typically, hello, Gabriel Martinez. How are you today? So what we want to look at, I would ordinarily go directly to the trump cards, the major arcana. So Magician, Chariot, Fool. Okay. All at the beginning of the major arcana, mind you. They're all in reverse though. So are they stuck or are they negative? Because when we look at cards in reverse, I read cards, there's 3 up and 3 down, increasing, stable, and decreasing energy. increasing, decreasing, increasing, decreasing, and stable energy on the reverse as well. So for this, the self here, we are stuck. We are stuck. So one of the things that, oh, Gary, I know, like I am hopeless with scrying, but I got this thing to help me scry. And it actually works. It's obsidian. It's really good. This is from Otter Spirit, guys. There is a link in my about section. You can get 20% off any purchase with Fortune 20. You can get 30% off any purchase of 99 or more if you use Fortune 30. Demon Dictator, good to see you. And I have my Scorpio set on right now because I need a little bit of sting to my day. I needed a little bit of sting, needed a stinger for today. So we've got, this is stuck. And that doesn't surprise me because when we're sick, we really do, it's wild. Hey, Merc, when we're sick, we're actually taking care of ourselves, but we neglect so much more of ourselves. Like there's, we're not doing our hair. We're not doing our makeup. We're not shaving our legs, all of those things. So here, self, you're still in recovery. So I think you have like through the weekend to recover still. Thank you so much, Zeph. Zeph is dropping my Otter Spirit link there. Really, really appreciate it. I actually need to bookmark that for them. So your body is going to continue to recover and stabilize by the weekend. By the end of this weekend, this card will turn upright. But make sure that you do get some rest. And I want you to get the afternoon and morning sun. Afternoon and morning sun, even when it's overcast, is really, really important. It resets our circadian rhythms. It also kind of refreshes and sanitizes our spirit. Over here, this is our health, Chariot in reverse. Not a surprise. These two absolutely go together. So then when we get here, family, Two of Cups. And this is the weakest out of the cards, but it is in the upright. Gary, I'll talk about that obsidian ball in just a second. I'll let you know like how it's kind of improved my psychic ability. This family, you should be bringing the family together. You should be focused on your family, even though this is the lowest of the cards. If we're looking at it in terms of value, this is where you need to be. This is cohesion. When we have the twos in tarot, remember that we are taking a good part and putting them together. We are creating a union. When I teach the minor arcana, I tell people, imagine you're building a house. There's different houses for the different suits. Ace, we get the idea we want to build a house. 2, we find our architect and they share our vision. So we're working together with our architect to make our dreams come true. We're not actually building anything yet. This is castle building. We're doing it in the sky, castles in the sky. So absolutely. Oh, thank you, Gary. So, what's going on? What's going on? Hello, jump, please. Okay. Oh, jump. Oh, yeah. Rain, bug off. Yeah, like if you want me to jump and shake my boobs, listen, these things, they're lethal weapons. They are lethal weapons. Someone will get hurt. And I don't want it to be my dog, and I don't want to have a black eye. So there we go, Rain. Have a great day. Have a great day. Thanks, Zeph. Thank you, Zeph, for drawing my attention to that. I really appreciate that. So don't be jerky, like don't be jerky. I am a good sport, but don't be jerky. So then over here, work. Fool in reverse. And this is going to be some wild advice that I give you, Violetta. So when we get, the Fool is new beginnings. We're stepping out. We're jumping off the cliff with our little fluffy buddy. And we're going to go have some fun, going on an adventure. It's a very Bilbo Baggins spirit. When it's in reverse, we're a little reckless. This is in your workhouse. We're talking about the work right now. So this says sometimes you can say, I'm taking tomorrow off. And you can shift your day. Sometimes we need to do that. Sometimes this spirit, the intrepid spirit of the Fool, is not so much, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to have a good time no matter what, but I am going to please myself. I am going to find a different path. I'm not going to walk the path that's paved. I am going to dive into the bushes and the brambles and roll down the hill and figure out if I land in the river. So I like this. So June, your focus, your main focus is really going to be on your family and doing some cool things there. So best practices. What do we got? Home is where the heart is. We all know that. And work, we got work in reverse. Take some time off, darling. Hangman. So, and Violetta, I know what you do for a living, but if people work for the man, if they work for a company, a corporation, a business, and if they work for themselves, sometimes we are A-type people and we work ourselves into the ground and we beat ourselves up every single day. It's great to have an excellent work ethic, but a lot of the time we have to stay within the confines of our described position. And I think for you, making sure that you stay within the prescribed position. So if you are an operator, stay inside the lanes of what you're supposed to do. If you are the manager, then what you should do is make sure that you manage and delegate. So this tells me that the weaknesses of the body, you're wearing yourself down a little bit. And the investment of time and energy should be at home. And it's wild because we got this home up here too. Come home to your body. The weakness of the body is because you're expelling all of this energy and you really need to be a bit more greedy with it. So you can tell everybody, you can tell all your customers and clients and people at work that my psychic said that I need to dial it back a little bit and I need to be more invested in myself. And I do think that that is good advice for a lot of us. We're going into the summer season. It's beautiful out. It's beautiful out today. New Jersey. It's got a big blue sky. It's gorgeous out. I think it's really, really important to sink into the things that are going to be there later, the people that are going to be there later, the people that support us and love us and surround us and move through us like the force. So your month of June, advice from me to you, dial it back a little bit at work. I know, again, I know what you do for a living. So, sometimes taking a beat back doesn't always work, but maybe shift your schedule. Maybe you can do a little fussing with the schedule. Maybe you can get everything done in the first 3 days or 4 days of the week. And then, you have a 4-day weekend for the summer. That way you're not getting stuck in the shore traffic. New Jersey, forget it. You can't drive anywhere on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and sometimes on Thursday. So I think you should dial it back, get back to those roots, get back to the sweetness of home, reconnect with your home. And I'm going to say this. I think an energetic cleansing of your house is in order. And I do this every season change. So, for the spring equinox, the summer, fall, winter equinoxes, what I'll do is the windows open up. I do a heavy clean with whatever. The World Cup is coming up. Yes, sit tight. You need to sit tight. That is I just saw a whole bunch of World Cup shirts at the pharmacy today. I thought they were 4th of July shirts. I'm like, what's with all these colors? I don't know anything. So I know some things, but so I think an energetic cleaning of the house is going to make you feel a little bit different. Open up the windows. Like some people do really well with airing the house out. Some people do really well with an essential oil in their cleaning products, and they just kind of bring that in. I know when I clean my house, there's so much intention that goes in it because your hands are actually doing things. So you're putting that energy, you're actually doing like hands-on Reiki healing of your house. So I think your home is going to become your cocoon, but in a good way. It's not going to be like in a, 21 to year 2020 to 21 kind of forced pin down. So make sure that you use it as a cocoon, as a reset place, and add a little bit of spark in there. If candles are your thing, if wind is your thing, open up the windows. If some people, earth is their real most potent cleaning item. You can use salt. You can throw some salt on the ground. You can mix it in with some of your cleaning products. You can put it on. Don't throw salt all over your house, of course, but you could just throw it into the corners and sweep it up. Those kinds of things work very, very well for me. And depending on the season, depending on how the house feels, I'll do different things. Coming soon, we're going to talk about like magical housekeeping. Scott Cunningham wrote a book. And I think it's Magical Housekeeping or something like that. It's available at Llewellyn, and it's one of the best books ever because it takes you from season to season and Celtic Holiday from Celtic Holiday, and it's got so much good information in it, like cool things that you can do to dream a little bit more lucidity with more lucidity. So there's lots of cool stuff. So yeah. So thank you, Violetta. I hope that was good. We got Sharina next, but before we get to Sharina. Sharina. Just for Gary's benefit, I am an ambassador for the company Otter Spirit. It is an intentional jewelry company. They have real crystals and gemstones, and they added spheres in the last 4 months, I think. And I have always tried to scry, and you can see I have a crystal ball up there on my squid. And I have ADHD. I'm also on the autism spectrum. So when I try to focus like that, what winds up happening is I start thinking about my shopping list. I start thinking about the bills I have to pay. I start thinking about, does the dog have to go out? Did I feed the cats today? Like I start thinking about everything. I do the same thing when I'm doing yoga. So when they launched the spheres, they sent me an email and they said, hey, we've got these spheres. Like, do you want to pick one? And I said, well, I really stink at scrying. And I've tried like in basins with water and all, because I'm Cancer. So I tried with water, and I said, let's look some things up. So I looked a few things up, and the obsidian is very grounding. And so I said, with my ADHD, maybe what I need is more grounding. And lo and behold, this little sucker, I can scry with it, but also what I can do is I do remote viewing. This has made when when you do remote viewing, it's basically, for those of you that don't know, it's like having a psychic telescope, and you can go view different areas, different places. It's psychic spy stuff. So there's something called the aesthetic impact when you are actually seeing it. It happens when you're just doing a straight psychic reading as well. You'll see, like, you're walking down the street and you've got a person next to you and there's 1950s cars or something like that. There's a moment where you actually step into the scene and you can feel things and you can smell things, and it becomes like what seems like a real experience. This guy gets me there in 3 seconds or less. This is amazing. So I cannot say enough things about the obsidian sphere. I love it. We're halfway to the goal. We're halfway there. Sing it. Whoa. All right. You guys know I don't stick with the goals anyway. I'm always like, I'll just do it anyway. So, all right. So we are going to go back to our new friend. Everyone say it with me. My Sharina. Sharina, I am not making fun of you. I sing all the time. Thanks, Grace. Grace is singing the backups for me. So, Gary, just a warning, and Sharina, warning for you too. I sing a lot on my channel. I am a professionally trained singer, and I sing all the time. It's, oh, you know what? I want to send over. Let's do this. Share. Copy. All right. Thanks, Booba Liz. I'm just sending my dog training partner a link. Why is this not work? Why? Oops. There we go. Coaching partner in here in a minute. He may be here. We'll see what he has. Oh, and one of my girlfriends is going to be coming in a second. Let me text her. Am I frozen, guys? Am I frozen? I'm the queen of the earworm. Zephyr K9 dropping it like it's hot. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The internet is crazy over here. So, all right. We're getting my girlfriend Kim over here too. All right. So my Sharina has let's see what Emmanuel is thinking. All right. I'm like Max Headroom there, Gary. Max Headroom. If you're old like me, you know who Max Headroom is. Let it go. Let it go. I'm in New Jersey, baby. I'm in New Jersey. I'm right at the gateway of the Jersey Shore. But I don't have my hair done. I actually ran out of hairspray today. So I didn't have all my curls in. My hair's been straight for 2 days. Terrible way to live. Sharina, you're in New York? Howdy, neighbor. We're Middlesex County. We're a half hour from you. My best friend is up in Queens. All right. So, has Emmanuel thought of Sharina lately? Oh, yeah. Got that right, Zephyr K9. Y'all. Dave's teaching me Australian. Everybody's working on my skills. So, Sharina, has he been thinking about you? This is a yeah. He thinks you hate him, though. He definitely thinks that you have some really sour feelings toward him. I don't know if that's in regard to how he treated you, but he thinks like, she hates me right now. But oh, good, you do. Okay, there you go. So we're all on the same page. So over here, he's got way too many things going on in his head. So fives are chaos in the tarot. And swords are thinking in your decision making. Think about this, and that's a lot of my students don't like the swords because they're so definitive. It's a yes or a no. It's not ushy gushy like the cups, where it's like maybe, like sort of. But this with the swords, he's got a lot of not crazy. He's not crazy, but he's got like a lot of changing thoughts, alternating thoughts. What if this happened? What if this happened? What if this happened? It's almost like he's brainstorming the relationships. Now, We got this yesterday with him, I think, The Magician in Reverse. Did we not? And we talked about Gomez Adams, because Gomez Adams is the magician in the upright. Gomez Adams is charming and adorable and lovely and will never cheat on Morticia. However, when we're in reverse, that's a little bit of a dude. That's a little bit of a dude who's looking at opportunities and not looking to plant seeds. So, is he going to communicate with you in the future? At the moment, I say no, because he's still trying to decide here with that 5 of Swords. And he's still very fickle and not wanting to plant any seeds. He still hasn't found what he's looking for. That's for my Irish people in the room. That was a terrible version of it, though. I'm not the biggest U2 fan. I like the first album. I like their US debut album. So Miss Sharina, we got to break these bonds, baby. Break these bonds. Break these bonds. What's my advice for you, princess? My New York princess. Tower. Whoa! Where are my readers at? Where are my readers at? This is good times, baby. Humanaki, darling, it is good to see you in the chat. Humanaki is my favorite off-worlder. Sharina, there is going to be someone who comes in and shakes up your whole world. A lot of people think the Tower card is always, always, always bad. It's not always, always bad. No tarot card is always, always bad. That's why we always read more than one. You know, when you first are learning the cards, you can look at one card and kind of catch the vibe of it. But you always want to have like a noun and a verb. All right. We always want that. We always want something else in there. 41 people in the chat. Please smash that like button. Smash it. Pop it like it's hot. So over here, this is your person of your dreams, the person who's going to make your shoes fly off and your socks hit the ceiling. The universe, honey, the universe is going to fix that for you. The universe is going to fix it for you because they are going to hit you over the head with a hammer. And they're going to say, here's this fantastic guy. So Sharina, I'm going to tell you, I broke up with my kid's dad 2012. And so I was 41 years old. I thought my life was over. I'm like, I have 2 kids. I'm single. I got to go back to work. I have no money. I don't even have a house. When I broke up with him, I left with $50 to my name. And I swore that I was never, ever, ever going to love again. Barney is here. Barney's here. Everyone say hello to Barney. We're going to talk about Barney in a minute. So I really thought that my life was over. And 2 of my guy friends said, well, make a wish list. And we made a wish list. And they both laughed at me. They're both police officers. And they both laughed at me. And they said, you're never dating anyone again. This is an impossible list. My husband is the son of my mom's best friend from when we were growing up. He's younger than me. His brother bullied me in school. And we were friends. And you know what else sucks? Finn, you suck. You're out of there. Bug off, buddy. Finn. Stupid name. More like Minge. You're more like a Minge, Finn. You can't talk now. Because I silenced you. Ha! I am having a great time today. So people are laughing. Good. Keep laughing there. Keep doing those reactions. Love it, guys. Keep going. So sure enough, Greg and I started dating, and he hit everything on that ridiculous 50-point list that I had, except for 2. And I can't remember what the other one was, but the first one was I wanted my next guy that I dated to have more tattoos than me. And I have a lot of tattoos. I have about 40 hours worth of work on me. Most of the lower body. So Enrique, oh, snap is right. Yeah, don't mess with this girl. Don't mess with this girl. I'm not taking any crap. I've been through a lot. I don't want to take any shit from anybody. Oh, I cursed. Look at it. It's afternoon. I can curse. No cursing before noon, right? So Sharina, what's going to happen is you are going to get this guy's going to get shoved in front of you. And the universe does that to us sometimes. They will take those candidates. And that's the whole point of my Greg stories. Like Greg was already there. We just didn't recognize that we were each other's person. So the universe is probably going to shove someone in front of you. And that is going to be your person. Open up the door for that. Open up the door for that. And let that person have the space. You can't buy groceries unless you clean out your refrigerator first. So make sure that you do that. Open up the space. Tonight, what I want you to do is unzip your heart, let Emmanuel flutter on out, and then leave the zipper open a little bit. Leave the barn door open just a little bit. And we're going to get one of those awesome people. And what can we expect from that awesome, awesome union that's coming in? Life-changing union. What do we get? We get Chariot in reverse. You know, you don't have to go any further. Knight of Wands. Ooh. And there's the Lover's card again. There's that Lover's card again. So I just want you to be careful it doesn't turn into a booty call. Make sure you don't turn it into a booty call and just be like, hey, guy, like, I can't really see you all the time. Like, oh, you know, like, I don't want to get in too serious. If you get a guy who's like, baby, I love you. I think you're wonderful. And I want you in my world. Say yes. Say yes. Let him do it. Let him court you. Just to get a little bit of psychic stuff on this. This is absolutely going to be a guy that you meet in a concrete environment. Samantha Mustard, how are you, my friend? I love you so much. I'm glad that you're here. It's a concrete environment, so you're not going to meet him at the beach or something like that. It's going to be a workplace. It's going to be Barney. Yes, 50-point checklist for a man. Absolutely. I will make I'll make a Google form for that. People can fill it in and we can talk about it. So you're going to be on concrete, like a concrete urban kind of environment. It's not going to be the beach. It's not going to be out in the Hamptons, anything like that. And he is going to be very, very neatly dressed. I want you to pay attention to his shirt. He's going to have a white shirt on, but it's not like a white Hanes or Fruit of the Loom t-shirt. It's going to have a really heavy, and you know, he feels very swarthy. He feels like he's a little bit darker and really, really thick hair, really thick, dark hair. But his shirt, this is the standout for me. This is the thing that's going to be your focal point. He's going to have a white t-shirt on, but it's a really thick white t-shirt. It's a really nice fabric, really high level fabric. So keep an eye out for that. And he'll have like a blue or a black jacket, but it's like a I don't want to say windbreaker, but it's like a light jacket. It's not like a sport coat or something like that. It's going to be a light jacket, but and he'll have like sneakers or something like that on. I think brown sneakers. I'm seeing like a brown suede, but definitely charming guy. The jacket's probably blue. The jacket's probably blue. It could be an Eddie Bauer. I was thinking like J. Crew. Like, you know how they have that like really nice Supima. Is it Supima? I don't know. It's like a really thick cotton, but it's a nice one. Chamois. All right, we're talking about time. All right, so Sharina, thank you so much for your contribution. It's great to have you here. Sharina's becoming a regular here. Awesome. We love it. So Melissa, can't think of a question right now, but I'm pulling some cards for you. What do you need to have your best weekend ever? It is Wednesday, so we're talking about the weekend already, right? Already talking about the weekend. What do we got for Melissa? Oh, actually, I'm going to give you a vibe card. Let's do a vibe card. Get some vibes. Sharina, you're welcome. You're fun to have here. Another East Coaster. I love that. Love it. I have people all over the world. It's great. All around the world, statues crumble for me. I am fulfilled by love. Very nice, Melissa. I am fulfilled by love. What kind of love are we looking at? What kind of love? Ooh, family. So I'm going to tell you this. Forgiveness of transgressions within families is really, really important for you right now. And so looking back, like the devil, like sometimes, we all have these people in our families that drive us nuts. They all make us crazy. And for you, it's about overlooking the crazy. It's about overlooking the bad behavior. It's about overlooking the transgressions of the past. I'm not saying be a chump and keep turning the other cheek when you've got two black eyes and your teeth are all knocked out. But we can manage situations with people that are complicated in our family. And when we do that, I sometimes I have to tell people, and they say, my ex is really terrible, and he's this and he's that and he's another thing. And I have to tell people, we're all made of the same stuff. We're all made of the same stardust. We're all part of the same energy. And that person is actually part of your being. So let them go with love. I have been letting go of people with love for the last 3 months. Let go with love. Wish them the best. Have an excellent life. I wish you success. I wish you joy. I hope you get all of the cookies. I hope everything works out for you. Let them go with love, because what happens is that will come back to us. Gary, what is it? Threefold. We get it back threefold. Anything you put out there is going to come back to you exponentially. Those of you that have read The Secret, Magic, Hero, all of the oh gosh, what's her name? I can't remember her book. The gal who wrote The Secret book, Rhonda, I can't remember her name. But that is all the power of attraction. What we want to do, the things that we focus on are going to grow exponentially. So when we focus on, hey, even though this person in my family is driving me nuts, I am going to shower them with love. My buddy, Rick Paul, the psychic medium on YouTube as well, what he does is he wraps everybody in pink blankets. So he goes into meditative state and he just covers them in pink blankets. He just does that. And he says it works. It changes their attitude toward him. So maybe try that. Just in a quiet moment, meditate, wrap them up in a pink blanket, and nice fuzzy pink blanket. Sometimes you want to put a pillow over their head too. But for now, just do the fuzzy pink blanket. And I think that'll work out. So Melissa, if you think of another question, I got you, baby. I got you, baby. So let's go on to Haley. We are in to pop culture land. Let's talk about pop culture land. Oh, Harry and Meghan, these two. Cotton candy blanket. So, just be funny. Nice cotton candy and markers. My Uncle Kenny, my son is really loud like me, and my daughter is not. And my Uncle Kenny gave him a megaphone for Christmas one year. And he was I couldn't stop smiling while my son was opening. I think he was 3. All right. So what is happening with Harry and Meghan? Let's see what's going on with them. Let's see. Harry and Meghan, what is going on? We're reading on June 3rd, 2026. What's going on with the Megs? What is going on with the Megs? The moon, all is being revealed. Margie, how are you, my friend? It's good to see you. Oh, guys, look at this. Holy moly. The missing Gregopedia has just arrived back home. Maybe we'll get to hear his disembodied voice now. I am a necromancer, apparently. So 1 year and oh my God, is it the 1 year anniversary of the moon bomb? Oh, good Lord. Good Lord. Read for you shaking down the pals for retirement fund. Ooh, Humanaki. Let me do that. I got you, Humanaki. I got you, baby. I got you, baby. Oh, we just came up on an hour. Did the goal end? I'm still going to show you guys a video. It's okay. We hit 7. Is it still going? Goal ended. We got 7, but we'll I'll show you my video. Don't let me forget. Don't let me forget. Make sure you're smashing that like button, guys. Make sure you're smashing the like button. So, all right, what does this look like, guys? The moon in reverse is things revealed. The tens is 2. I'll count them as 2. Perfect. Thanks, Zeph. We hit 8. I'm still going to show you the video. So my little porky butt training a cute little skinny dog. So the moon here, this is our main noun right here. And that is things are being revealed. All of the magic and the glamour is now coming off. Now it's coming off. And here, the alliances, the friendly parties that we once had are no longer friendly. All of the help is gone. So I'm going to pull out another deck. Is Harry part of the exodus from Meghan? Do you see this, guys? 6 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and 5 of Wands. There's going to be a settlement offer. Harry is going to give her a settlement. That's what's going to happen. He is peeling away from the relationship. He's starting to peel away. I do think that psychically, I do think that the king will help him extricate himself from this situation, but I don't think he's going to be back in the royal family the way that he was, or the way that he thinks he will be. It's not going to be on the balcony. It's not going to be Sandringham for summer. It's not going to be, where do they go for Christmas? Is it Balmoral for Christmas? No, it's not Balmoral. I can't remember where they go for Christmas. I think it's Sandringham at Christmas. And this year they're supposed to go to Balmoral for summer, but Harry's trying to go to Sandringham for some reason. So when is this going to happen? I think it's already in play. I think it's already happening, but I do think that we'll see more of this in the fall after the summer. They're not going to let it spoil the summer. Heaven forbid. Anything. Heaven forbid. Hi, Susan. Hang on. We'll dip into Nancy Guthrie. I called it on the Nancy Guthrie, guys. I said we're not going to find her until those remains are not in good shape. So, yes, Balmoral for summer, Sandringham for Christmas. Is that Gregopedia, my dearly departed husband? Gregopedia? Are you with us, Gregopedia? Gregopedia, are you with us? I am a necromancer.
Yeah, you like to have sex with dead people.
Can't say the SEX word.
Gregopedia
Gregopedia's in the house. Gregopedia has been drinking Pellegrino, and he keeps drinking these green bottles. And I keep thinking he's chugging wine. I'm like, what are you doing? You never drink wine. So, all right. So, transformation happening. Becca says hello. Jump in the chat, babe.
Always changing.
Always changing. Transformation is happening. But what is happening with that transformation is all of the securities are being taken off. So if they are keeping secrets for the Sussexes, or specifically for Meghan, if they're keeping secrets, we're going to hear more leaks, guys. There are more leaks coming immediately. The bullying allegations, I think, are going to no, Celine, we're in, baby. Celine, we're here. This isn't members only. No, I think I'm gonna do a members only on Friday, though. I owe my members that. I got to give away a bunch of readings. If you guys want to become a member, I do give away readings. I give away half-hour readings every month. It's super fun. Maybe I'll give one away right now. Maybe I'll give one away. Let's see.
A great adventure.
It's a great adventure. What are you talking about? So I do think that the people that are no longer on the payroll, the people that are no longer in the employ of the palace, what they are going to do is these stories are going to leak more.
You die at the palace.
They are going to come out more. So all of the secrets about Meghan Markle are going to be emerging. How's Harry going to feel about this?
Betrayed, bewildered.
He is going to feel betrayed and bewildered. And unfortunately, Harry is not going to believe it. He said, none of that's true. That's not what she told me. That's not what she told me. She told me something different. Oh, we've got Gary in the comments, and he has a D&D character called Technomancer because he used fat beats to raise the dead. That's awesome. Greg plays Pathfinder.
No, I'm playing D&D now.
He plays D&D, and he also plays Warhammer 40K. So, which one's the vert? Do you want to go to the vert, babe? You want to mod over at the vert? Zeph's got to step away for a minute.
Oh, she needs to step away.
Huh?
If she needs to step away, I will take over.
Step away, step away. So Harry's not going to believe the stuff that is coming out of the palace. Harry's been duped too, guys. Like, you know, let's face it, he's just not that bright. You know, and he's like, he believed everything that woman had to tell him. 61 in the chat. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Smash the like, sit down, grab a cup of tea. We're getting bananas here. So what about Harry? What is okay? So wait, we're gonna go back to, is Meghan in destructive mode? What is her mode right now? We looked at the stuff that's around her. Let's see what her mode is. 9 of Pentacles revealed. She's out to, and she's out of money. You're out of, oh my God. Hierophant. Oh. Whoops. That is one hell of a destructive mode reading right there. That is amazing. Choose Able, you're not too late. Hang in there. We are going to get that done. So is Meghan in destructive mode? I think the destruction has been happening all along. I think she is exposed. It's going to be shown that she doesn't have any money. We're not making any money. No one's giving us any money. No one's supporting that lifestyle. The Hierophants in reverse, they are doing everything they can to not support and help. When I read the Hierophant, it's always seats of power, Hollywood, White House, Kremlin, Parliament, or in this case, the royal family. They're not getting the support. And the reason for it is we have this tower in reverse. When I get the tower in reverse, you know what that is? That's the thing that we did ourselves. We shot ourselves in the foot. We screwed it up. You screwed the pooch. Probably get in trouble for that. Screwed the pooch. I'm in. I feel like an 80s hacker. Oh my God. Do you really? All right. So that is what's going on with Meghan. Let's take a look at Harry real quick. What's going on with Henri, the wayward prince? What is going on with him? What's going on with you? Celine, I got you. Harry, 2 of Pentacles. That guy is backing out of this relationship, but he has been told to bide his time and wait. So if he is talking to some higher ups at the palace or his father, he's being told, you have to just cool your heels. We can't extricate you right now. We have to wait a little bit longer. And it's too bad, so sad, because you did this to yourself. Look back at your own behavior. Which one, honey? The High Priestess? 7 of Pentacles? Strength card, 2 of Pentacles, King of Swords. So, sorry about that. Oh, you're on the vert. I know it's a little bit small, but if I change it, it's like I can never get it to fit, so it looks great. I may just do French Connection. Mama, how are you? How are you? I am back after 2 months scrambling around, doing nothing. Got COVID. Got another job. Doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Penny Jonas says, what about the kids? What about the Harkle kids?
Yeah, Mark gave you second sword.
I know, I saw that.
Okay.
The devil, the moon, The secrets. I don't think either of them are going to be in the line of succession presently. When I have often called the royal family a microculture, and it is a microculture. I think Scott Roos from the Body Language guys, or the Body Language guys. I think he calls it a microculture, and it really is, because it is a culture within a culture, and I think that they are going to be omitted from that line of succession, strictly because they just are not steeped and learned in the culture. So the kids, I think, are going to become a non-issue. I think they are going to be divested of their relationship with the royal family. I mean, did they get to keep the titles? I mean, we have a million celebrities that have named their kids Prince, Princess, Dutch, Duchess. It doesn't mean anything here in the US. It's not going to get you anything other than pushed down on the playground and made fun of. There you go, Queenie. How you doing? So, for reference, you guys can go and you can look at the remote views. Gary, I did a remote view on each of the kids, and they are in one of my playlists someplace. Oh, it's the High Priestess. Yeah, she's a little moo cow on this deck. She's a little moo cow.
Are they in Azerbaijan?
They might be in Azerbaijan. I say Azerbaijan all the time because it's fun to say. So Haley, thank you so much. I think Megan the destructive mode is already there. We are going to switch it up. I'm going to do little cards for this. Little itty bitty cards. We're going to do, I got my classic Llewellyn right here. This is my little travel deck. One of my travel decks. I shouldn't say the only one. I have a lot of travel decks. At any given time, I'm at a gas station whipping out my cards, trying to pay for gas. So, all right. How is King Charles and Queen Camilla's health? Let's look at King Charles. I have not done a reading on him in a while. Last one I did was a couple months ago, and I felt like he was very dry from the treatments that he was getting, from the treatments that he was getting. And it made me a little bit concerned, because dryness is not a good condition for the human body. And I was a little concerned that he was scraping along. Bye, Chris.
I figured as much.
I got him. All right, so how is King Charles? Let's look at King Charles. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Very interesting cards that we got here. So I got the sun in the middle. Health is looking good, guys. His health has made a turnaround. However, we have this Three of Wands. I think that there is an omission of some of the treatments that were making him not feel very well. I mean, with cancer, we all know the cancer treatments are not really the kindest to the body. Hi, Meg. It's good to see you. Cancer treatments are basically napalm. They just, they attack everything. One of my best friends, hi, welcome back, Zeph. One of my best friends has stage 4 cancer right now. They're doing some experimental stuff with her. And, they told her, they said, before we start all this, it's going to take a toll. It's going to attack not only the negative tissues, but the, is Dave here? Did Dave come in? Greg?
He did.
Why can't I see him?
He's on the regular.
I've got both open. I can't see him.
He's Dave Murphy 6913.
I can't see him at all.
Is he blocked?
Why would he be
No,
blocked?
he's in blue.
I can't see him. So, thank you, Cindy. Cindy had. I can't see Dave. This is so weird. Dave, did you block me? No, I can't see Dave at all. Oh, there he is. I see him. I got him. I got you, Dave. You're not blocked. You're not blocked. So this, I think, the good feeling that King Charles has right now is more due to them making a change to the medication that's dialing back the treatment. So he's feeling better because of that. Now, this is something that has been in the news, and we're going into mental health here for the king. I love this. I love this for him. Judgment, Hierophant in reverse, and the Four of Pentacles. When Queen Elizabeth was getting on in years, she passed over a great deal of responsibility to King Charles. King Charles is doing that right now with William. We are not going to hear about it today, but it is something that is happening. He is passing on responsibility to William. He's letting William lead. I think this is a good thing. Oh, we're close enough. Schrodinger's husband. Yes, you are, Greg. So I do think I love this deck. This is the Llewellyn Classic. It's a beautiful, beautiful deck. It's a very sweet deck. Reads really, really sweet. So I think that King Charles, and I said this when Queen Margrethe had abdicated in favor of her son, and she made all the changes to the line of succession. I think King Charles, I said at the time, King Charles and Queen Camilla were very interested in that because it felt like retirement for royals. So this, I think, he's not going to abdicate. King Charles is not going to abdicate. I thought at one point he was going to abdicate, but I don't think he's going to abdicate. I think he's going to hand off a lot more responsibility. And I think that's the conflict between him and William right now. And I think we did talk about that last night. So watch this space. I think we're going to see some interesting changes about William's duties, his public duties. Eventually they are going to let us know. There's not going to be an announcement like, hey, William's going to be taking over all these responsibilities. But what we'll see is William's just going to be doing a bit more of the heavy lifting. And I did unblock you, Dave. William's going to be doing a bit more of the heavy lifting and maybe the traveling and all those things. And we're going to see King Charles doing some more leisurely things or maybe having a bit more time for himself. So we are at 123. So what I'm going to do, guys, Zeph, I know it's the kiss of death right now. I'm going to close the questions. And I just want to get through the questions that we have on the table right now. So I may open it back up. You guys can tell anybody who comes in. If any supers come in, I'll read them. But I just want to slow the flow just for a minute. Slow the flow. So, all right. How is Queen Camilla's health? 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 Let's go. Devil in reverse, Four of Wands. She's looking good. Her mental health is not great either. So for Queen Camilla, and I've always said this, I think she has a blood condition. I know she has a back condition, but I think that she has a blood condition that requires care. I can't make up my mind if it's a slow growing leukemia or if there's some kind of pressure or something like that. Like, I don't know what it is, but her mental health, she is very, very worried about the progress of the royal family with all of the trouble that they have going on. She sees the crumbling facade a little bit more clearly because she's not a commoner. She is still nobility. She still came from one of the upper classes, but she is seeing the delicious sugary coating fall away. She's seeing that fall away. And that is something she does not want to happen. So I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say this, that Queen Camilla is one of the people who says we cannot allow any of the information about Meghan Markle and Harry get out. We cannot let any of those secrets out because it interferes with the mystery is fading. Lady Nim, good to see you. It interferes with the cloistered quality of the royal family. It's ruining the mystery. Lady Nim said it best. Lady Nim said it best. So I do think that Queen Camilla is coping with that. I think she is extremely happy that King Charles is feeling a little bit better, even if it is a reduction of medication. And I think that she wants to spend as much time with him as possible, as one would if your spouse was not doing very well. So I think her health is okay. I still think she has a blood ailment that is something that has to require care and treatment. It's not fatal. It's not, something horrible. But and when I said the slow growing leukemia, there are a lot of leukemias that you can live. I shouldn't say a lot. There are leukemias that you can live with for extended period of time. My aunt had one of them. She was diagnosed when she had breast cancer, and they were like the leukemia. They were like, it's not a big deal. Like lots of people have it. This is a slow growing one. Like you take this pill, you're going to be fine. So I still would like to say sorry again for that. What'd you say, Gary? You're cool. We got you. Yeah, you get
you had a typo. It looked like it was something inappropriate.
Gary, you're fine. You're one of us. Gary. His name's Gary.
Yeah, right. Oh.
So, Gary, I don't know if you watched The Venture Brothers, but there's a character on there named Gary. 21. So that's what I think about that. That was for Haley. We got Zephyr Canine. Zeph, you know what you're getting? You're getting a reading for Zev. I'm going to read for Zephyr's dog. How now, brown cow? You ready? Are you ready for this? Bum, 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 bum. And Zeph, I'm not going to call you today because I don't want to make him bark. And besides, I'm going to take the night off. I am going to clear my schedule, and I don't have any readings booked tonight. I'm going to watch that movie. I'm going to watch that movie Crash. I'm going to watch it tonight. So, yeah, that autocorrect is knucking futz, right? All right. So what do we got? What do we got for our big boy, Zev? Mr. Zev. How's Zev doing right now? Three of biscuits. That's our three of pentacles right there. And we got the kibble, which is that is our high priestess, the one of leashes. And the runt. So what does this say about our big boy? So our big boy, when we're talking about threes and ones, we're talking about dreaming, constructing things, making them. I am going to talk about her, Mackenzie Shirilla. I got you, Samantha. We're going to talk about her too. So I'm going to watch that movie tonight. I didn't watch it last night. I blazed and dazed and went right to the bed. So three of biscuits, Zev is dreaming about the things that he can do, which is really interesting because here we also have the high priestess, and this is about creating situations. Over here, the one of leashes, he wants to pick up a new game. I would get him a new toy. I would get him a new mental toy. Dave, tell him everything's going to be fine. The power went out for 1 second today, and I was like, I was drying my hair. I freaked out. So the one of leashes, I would get him a game that I actually, when I was at the kennel today, they had a, oh my God, Gary knows, Go Team Venture. Greg, what is it's no moon. It's a space station. What is it called? The Death Star. Thank you. I couldn't remember it. So I saw at the kennel, they had a Death Star toy, and it's got little Death Stars and the little X-Wing fighters were in it. They were all plushy, and the dog is supposed to figure out how to take them out. Get him something that's going to work his brain like that, because here he wants to go back to puppyhood. He wants to play. So get my boy a toy. Oh, get my boy a toy and have some fun with that. Zeph, I love you. Zeph is one of my favorite people in the world, guys. I will always stand up for this lady. I will always stand up for her. I will get in the way of anyone. And, the gods were correct to not make us teenagers together. They were correct. So I'll look up that toy. I'll see if I can find it for you. And I know I had one with squirrels, and it was like a tree for Buffy. And I had bees that were in a beehive for Buster. They loved it. You are my ride or die team, baby. I love you. I love Zeph. Bruno had the nachos. And it was in a little crinkly bag where the nachos came out. You had to rip open the Velcro, but Raven didn't like the Velcro. No, she didn't like it.
Little chips that had squeakies in them. I got them out.
All right. So we got Jazzy Bella. Jazzy Bella, where you at, girl? Let's go. I can't believe that Gary knows Go Team Venture. It's my favorite thing in the whole world.
He's 21.
Gary's featured viewer today. Featured viewer. Dude. So Gary, my cat that's in my profile picture, his name is Trevor Cat MC. He's named after Trevor Colt MC, who's a content creator on here. Fabulous guy, amazing war hero. Love him to death. And I have a ginger cat. Trevor is ginger. And Greg and I were trying to figure out what Trevor's inner monologue was, because he just didn't sound Irish like Trevor, Northern Ireland. He didn't sound like that. So we figured out that his voice is actually Gary from Venture Brothers. She's like, dude. Ella was like, they got into the cat food. I was like, I know. And there was one that was open. Trevor Cat, my good cat. He totally acts like a dog. He is a dog. So watch this space for more Trevor updates. All right. So Jazzy Bella, thank you for your contribution to the channel. Guys, this is where I make my living. So your contributions are oh so helpful. Your readings, your private readings are as well. And all my students out there, thank you so much. Don't forget that I'm going to have a channeled work of fiction ready for you guys before July 1st. I'm going to put it up on Amazon.com or no, not Amazon. It'll be on Kindle. You'll be able to purchase it on Kindle, but it's ghost stories from the perspective of ghosts. And they're going to be a mix of fiction stories and channeled stories. So I will be tapping into some ghosts. Oh, which one, Gary? This one, the Llewellyn. This Llewellyn deck is so pretty. It's so gentle. Like, look at this King of Cups. Look at how pretty he is. He's really, it's a very, very sweet deck. Highly recommend this. I tell all of my students, if they don't want to get Rider-Waite, because that is Rider-Waite based, they can get that. This one's actually really cool and fun too, and that's Rider-Waite based as well. I don't like it when people like go and like get like the owl tarot, because the imagery doesn't crutch you along to learn it. So Mark Dolan. Yes, I love Mark Dolan. I love him. Mark Dolan. All right. So is there Jazzy Bella? Jazzy Bella, you still here? Where are you, baby? Oh, there you are. There you are. I see you. I see your little pink hands hanging up there. All right. So do we have a second marriage? Second marriage. Don't you worry, baby. Don't worry, baby. So right now, don't worry about it. And I said this last night. Oh my God, Greg, look at Gary's comment. I'm dying. Right, Gary, you're like our new best friend. Oh my God. Well, at least he doesn't have Sergeant Hatred. So, all right. I said it last night. I'm sorry, Jazzy Belly. I am a little goofy today. So I said yesterday, when people are like giving birth, like I tell people, you just have to relax. That baby's coming out one way or the other. This, you need to relax. Don't worry about what the future is. People that get into the mindset of, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I have to find a partner. I have to find a partner. I've got to find somebody permanent to stay with me. They freak out. Like when we do that, we tense up our body, but we tense up our spirit. And so we can't let people in. Remember what I said to Sharina before? I said, unzip your heart, let him flutter out, and leave it open a little bit so somebody else can come in. Sometimes we've got to make room for better people in our world. Sometimes you have to do that. You got to clean out the refrigerator before you can fill it up with all your Thanksgiving groceries. I don't know if you're in the United States, but I know Thanksgiving, it's insane here. We're like up to the ceiling with food. So the person that you're looking for is not, or the person that is going to be brought into your orbit is not someone that's local. It's going to be someone completely outside of your regular circle, completely outside. Oh, you're in the US too. Woohoo. Happy 250th. I am so excited. I'm getting really, really excited about the anniversary, the 250 of independence. So it's going to be somebody that's outside of your circle of influence and possibly outside of what your likes and dislikes are. So and that's something like I tell people sometimes, like, stop. One of my girlfriends, I'm like, stop looking for the same type of guy. You know who I'm talking about, right? Stop looking for the same type of guy you would have dated in your 20s, because now we're in our 50s. I'm going to be 55 next month. The needs are different and the coordination is very different. And, I do think that served my friend very, very well. I said, you keep looking at these guys that, would be more appropriate in our 20s. Like if you want to, you can't expect a fun guy who we're just having a good time with to be a long-term responsible, hey, I'm going to take care of all kinds of stuff. We're just not going to get that kind of stuff out of fun guys. I don't want to say F boys or anything like that, but we're just not going to get the same kind of results. You wouldn't wear sneakers to a black tie event. You wouldn't wear high heels to a sporting match. You wouldn't play tennis in high heels. So Gary has a pet chicken. I love this. Gary, you're my favorite person right now. So next person is going to be someone who is outside of your regular sphere. Let's see if we get a sign. Let's see if we get a sign. Oh, I'm going to use my timing deck because they are labeled on here. Let's use a timing deck. Signs everywhere. The signs walking up the city, breaking my mind. Do this, don't do that. Can't you read the signs? All right, let's see if we get a sign. This is, I just so you guys know, this is the same Radiant Rider-Waite, but this is the deck I use when I teach my students, and I encourage them to put their own stickers on there. Oh, we'll get there, Jazzy Bella. Hang on. So this will just make it a little bit easier, and it won't look like I'm making it up. My God.
That's an awesome story.
That is an awesome story. What did he name the chicken? What's the name of the chicken?
Egna.
Huh?
Egna.
Egna?
Yeah, Egna.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Sign. We are getting a Virgo here. Virgo dates August 23rd to 22nd. But when do we try and meet him? This says immediately. And the cups are summer. So baby doll, keep those eyes out. Keep the eyes out. Ask everybody if they're a Virgo. Are you Virgo? There you go. All right, Jazzy Bella. Jazzy Bella, you're fantastic. Thank you for keeping this channel alive and doing the compressions with your supers. So we've got Humanaki, my favorite off-worlder. I'm just going to put my timing deck right there. And we are going to see Fergie was shaking down the palace for a retirement fund. Why wouldn't she? Why wouldn't she? $47 people. Everyone's running out of my live. Is Fergie shaking down the palace for? Yes, she was. She needs money. Money changes everything. Name that song. Name that tune. Money. Money changes everything. Song or the artist, I'll take it. So, yes, she was looking for her retirement package. She gave a bunch of reasons why she was entitled to this retirement package, which I'm going to say included a Cyndi Lauper. Melissa, way to go. Excellent. Thank you, Melissa. I loved her. I thought she was so cute. I didn't know. Sharina, hang on. I'm seeing if I got to the end of the list. So I'm nowhere near the end of the list. I'm still going. Hit the like. Keep smashing the like. Dave Murphy says so. Trust me, he's an Australian. Things in Australia can kill you. Dave Murphy's one of them. He's one of the venomous creatures of Australia. So she was looking for a place to live, money to spend, sustenance, keeping her alive. And I'm going to say this too. She was looking for private medical care as well. I'm getting this psychically. She was like, I need this, I need this, I need this, and I need this. And I think they came back and said, oh, no. Your divorce says this. So I do think that they kind of slapped her with the divorce agreement. So is she leaning more toward writing the book? I think the book's already written, kids. I think Meghan Markle's book's already written too. Is she closer to writing the book? Still thinking about it. But what does this say? What does this say? When we get the Four of Cups, when we go from three, so Ace, 2, and 3 are all up in the ethereal. We're thinking about things. When we get to the fours, that's when we build our foundations and we start creating something physical. That's when the idea becomes physical. This Four of Cups, the malaise, she's tired of waiting for the royal family to bend to the will. No, I didn't miss it. If she did another super chat, I got it. Oh, Dave Murphy, you are being cheeky in there, your venomous tongue. Look at you. Dave Murphy, how bold. How dare you, sir? Now he's getting blocked.
Drop bear with a venomous tongue.
Drop bear with a venomous tongue. Watch out. Watch out for that Dave Murphy. And he might sick his little hound from hell on you. Little pickles. Get bit by a pickle. So, honestly, I don't think she's got any takers just yet, guys. I don't think she's got any takers. I think there's a lot of people that are afraid to publish the Fergie book or the Meghan Markle book. I think there are people that are afraid. There's too many books out there. Andrew Lowney. Oh, look at that. Andrew Lowney, Tom Bauer. There are too many people that are ripping off the veneer of the royal family and really showing that bad behavior. So I think a lot of publishers are like, this is kind of in conflict with what we've already had out there. So do we want to get into this, and do we want the royal family to be in conflict with us? Nobody wants that. None of these publishers want that. Will she have any luck if she goes to American publishers? I got 2 cards on this. Yeah, if she goes to American publishers, she's going to get more. But does that get her kicked out of England? Yes. So if she wants to decide to move to America, God, it's so expensive. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Can you guys hear me? Yes. Okay, my mic is still working. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. I hit my table and my mic came undone. So, all right. So I do think she's gonna have to pitch to an American company. Let's go to the next one. Will Andrew be dragged into court? Is he going to go to court? Do we have that? Humanaki VIP in the tarot chamber. Thank you, Meg Schultz. And I sound lovely. I hate my voice. I mean, my singing voice I like. My speaking voice, oh my God, Anna Mill, I can't even take it. Ugh, she gets so upset. She gets so angry sometimes. And the voice comes out and nobody knows what to do. French connection, mama. Oh, honest to God, B-Bear, right? Did you guys hear about that? Apparently, Andrew kicked a dog in the head. I think it snatched a sausage from him or something. And he kicked a dog in the head. What a jerk. What an absolute jerk. B-Bear, it's good to have you here. Everybody say hi to B-Bear. B-Bear. So is Andrew going to be dragged into court? We'll even look at the dog question. Is he going to be dragged into court? Because there's all these new charges. Ace of Swords, it's a coming. Absolutely, he's going to have to come. And they are going to begin it and end it. So is he going to be in trouble? No. Unfortunately, I don't think that anything sticks on the stuff that's buzzing around right now. But what about the dog thing? Are we going to see any of the dog thing? Is he going to get in trouble for the dog thing? It's the least of their problems. It's, people are disgusted with him though. And this is curious. I'm wondering if perhaps any custody of the Queen's corgis is going to be rerouted. I know that I guess Fergie took them. I guess Sarah took them. And they were living together and they were caring for them. But I think they are going to make that chain of custody with the dogs a little bit different. So there it is. I mean, Andrew's old and nobody wants him in prison. Nobody wants him there. So,
one of the Queen's dogs?
Yes.
Do they have a special pedigree?
What do you mean?
The corgis.
Like what?
Just because that they're like the Queen, like the royal dogs. Are they like? Do they have like a special pedigree to them? If you don't know, you don't know.
I don't know. That's a good question, though. Anybody in the chat knows? Is it genetic or future or what? Oh, okay. Hang on, Beaver. Yeah, she actually, Fergie attempted to work with the company. They were going to clone the dogs, and you could get one of Queen Elizabeth's dogs, which I think is terrible. It just has like a Pet Cemetery feel to it to me. I'm just, a little bit concerned. There you go. Yeah, they gave 2 to her and then they took them back after. And I think that is going to change. I love that you call them Randy Andy though. Gary's getting Egna paperwork to become a service chicken. Love it. Bring her on a plane. I love that. Love it. Chickens.
Who says chickens can't fly?
Who says chickens can't fly, right? All right. So Nancy, anything on Nancy Guthrie? Is her family involved? Okay. So those of you that are new, what I said during the whole initial search for Nancy Guthrie's mom, Susanna Guthrie's mom, Nancy Guthrie, what I had said was she was taken out, driven out into the desert. They left her. She's covered in some kind of a blanket, and there is duct tape around it's like the upper thigh, the ankles, and I think like right around the waist. You know, she was not alive when that happened. Here, I'm just trying to get this here. So I said that they were going to leave her out there. There was like an outcropping in one section and then kind of like a divot where they were going to leave her, but they drove off the road in a straight line east and north from the highway that I looked at. And they left her out there with the intention of the wildlife taking care of what was left. The only way I think they're going to find her at this point is if they find the person and then explore the GPS on the car and the phones and any of the devices that they have. So right now, I do think that the family is at peace. I think that they, you know, which is really terrible that like they don't have anything, you know, it's like someone being lost. I mean, it's not being lost at sea, but it's akin to someone being lost at sea. You can't bury them. You can't, there's no place to go. That was one of my mother's things. My mom was like, you know, never cremate me because there's no place to go. So clearly my instructions are, you know, when my mother in the fullness of time experiences that, I'm supposed to go to her grave like every week. So
Well, you
I
don't
can
want to like throw her out into the river and then it blows back in your face.
No, they were on a cliff when they did that. That's a whole other story. So I think that the energies and the law enforcement organizations are still working really, really hard behind the scenes. They don't have a lot of leads. They've got a lot of enthusiasm. They really do want to solve this case. Not the sheriff, I think, made some missteps, but the actual detectives and crime scene reconstructionists, they all are really, really trying to solve this. And they really do want to create closure for this family. And currently they are not. They are not able to. So let me remote view on it a little bit. Just bear with me, guys. All I see is desert flat, big sky, this outcropping of like kind of rocks. And I think that was the landmark they were driving to. I think they knew. And I keep getting 2.5. I think it's 2.5 miles off the road. And basically what they did was they just turned off the road and drove. And the blanket is like a mauvey pinky color. It's like a mauvey pinky color. I don't know if that was something that was missing from the house. Again, this is information that we're not going to get from law enforcement. So they're, you know, when they have an unsolved crime, they always keep little bits behind. They don't make them public because they, you know, that's what's going to trace it back to somebody. So I'm getting the number 3, I'm getting the number 2 and number 6. So 326. I have no idea what that is. It's not a date. No, it's like a mile marker. Like it looks, so I don't know what this is, Greg. Can you look it up? It's like a white and it's like a white sign with like and it's a diamond shape, like a square turned on its side, and it's got 326 in it, 326, and it's white with black. The sign is written in black. Are there highway signs that makes sense?
Generally, no. Diamond pattern signs are usually yellow, and they're warning for truck weights or steep curves or anything like that.
Can you look it up and see if in Arizona there are any black and white signs that are diamond shaped?
You mean Arizona?
Arizona. Because 326, guys, 326. I'm seeing 326. That's what I'm seeing. Got that right, Gary. Sounds an awful lot like a beginner necromancer. Indeed. Exit. No, it doesn't look like an exit sign. I've got to get more drawing paper on my desk over here. I don't have any drawing paper. I can't draw things. Anything, Boo Boo?
I'm looking.
I'm still here, guys. I'm not off the screen.
I'm with you.
I'm with you.
Black and white, they don't have any diamond shaped signs. They only have the diamond signs with the Fujobi names. I don't know what 326 would work on that.
So what I'm seeing, guys, is a sign like this.
Black and white are usually regulation signs, so it like tells you like what you can and can't do.
How about aviation?
Aviation.
That's what I'm seeing, guys. 326. Three, 326, black and white, black and white. They used to use the diamond shape, usually white, painted on the road for carpooling. No, Gary, I'm agreeing with you. Definitely necromancer. So, all right, guys, we got another piece of the Nancy Guthrie puzzle. 326. 326. And RYP. RYP. Hi, Raven. ENY. These are uppercase and these are lowercase. I'm going to look at some aviation stuff. And we probably should look at Mexico too. Like maybe Mexico has different signage. Raven's got to go pee. So Gregory has to leave for a minute. Get in your box, Greg. It might be a carpool lane, Meg. It might be. To be continued.
Field with a white diamond shape.
To be continued. Good question. Sharina. Choose Abel, you're next. And then Celine, I got your question. Margie, we're going to talk about yours. Zeph, we're going to look at fires. Sausage and Mash, we're going to talk about William's children. And then we're going to talk about Mackenzie. And then B-Bear had a question about Harry and Andrew. We're going to talk about that. So let's get up here to Sharina. Sharina, thank you so much for your next super chat. So what deck are we going to use for this? We're going long, guys. I'm sorry. No, your questions aren't annoying at all. They're awesome. Keep them coming. I like questions. That's what I do. I'm going to use this deck. It's a pretty little deck. Thank you, Meg. That's awesome. I'm going to look that up in a second. Margie, I will always read for you, sweetie pie. All right. So we're going to do a little storytelling. So when we want to get somebody to kind of reveal their thinking process, we can do 2 by 2. And I talked before about noun and verb. So we're going to do noun and verb. Queen of Pentacles. So recollections of, and I'm going to come down just a little bit so you guys can see these nice and close. That's for you, Gary. That's for you. Make it nice and close. Up close and personal there. Extreme close up. So Queen of Pentacles and the Death card. He did not think that you were the one. However, he's wondering if he was wrong about that. Perhaps you have changed. Perhaps you haven't. It's something that he's considering. Again, it's that thinking process. He's like turning things over in his head. What else? What are some other things? Currently, he does look back and say, I made the right move. I should not have been with her. I should not have stayed with her. And not judging you, honey. I'm not saying this is you. This is how he's thinking. This is not what I'm saying. So I'm such a great catch. I got to preserve myself for somebody who really deserves it. That's how he's thinking. So, you know, kind of saying she didn't deserve it, didn't deserve me. But then we get the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords and the 10 of Wands. Finding that certain special someone has been unsuccessful. He is unable to find someone who fits the bill for him. So he tolerates those that are not so great, and he maintains an escape hatch. He maintains an escape hatch. Oh, Gary, you're brilliant. Look at you. We're going to pull that picture up in a minute. So wait, we have commuter lane and mile marker. Thank you. We'll see if I find that kind of stuff. And then we'll see if I can find Nancy Guthrie. Save the day. Maybe I can save the day. Escape hatch, like he keeps his options open. So like when you're learning to drive, like one of the things that driving instructors around here say is always leave yourself an out. Like leave the ability to like drive around the car in front of you if they decide to act like an idiot. I live in New Jersey. Hello, everybody drives like an idiot. He leaves himself room to get out of the relationship. He leaves himself an excuse, room to get out. So what about this playlist? Let's talk about this playlist. He's very doesn't have any roots. He doesn't want to plant himself with anybody. He's not sure. And you know, this is a big part of it. He's not sure what he is. So we can't figure out who the partner is or who the dog is or what the house looks like unless we know where we want to be. And Emmanuel is not thinking about where he wants to be. He's not looking to the future and kind of crafting that for himself. He's kind of just living in this moment now. He's like, well, I'll just do this for now. And when it gets kind of boring and stupid and staid, I'll just bounce out. So he's good at that. He's good at just, you know, he doesn't get attached. There's preservation of self in that as well. He just doesn't want to be hurt. I mean, who does? Like nobody signs up for a relationship to have their heart broken. But a lot of times it happens, you know, trial and error, right? So you made him a playlist. Does he still listen? As of right now, no, because the songs remind him of you, which is good because sometimes they come on the radio. So he does have a lot of shifting feelings about you. There's sometimes, and I will tell you this, he does dream about you. He does have sweet dreams about you. He wakes up from those, he feels guilty. He feels guilty because he shouldn't be thinking, you know, he shouldn't be thinking those things. But there is something about you that sticks a little for him. You are something that does come into his mind inadvertently. You come into his mind inadvertently sometimes. So, is he listening to the playlist? No. Does the playlist affect him? Yes. Does he get smacked in the gob when he hears one of those songs on the radio? Yes, he does. We all have that, though, you know? We all have that. So, I'm going to pull this back up. Pull that back up so we can get full scale view here. There we go. We are back. We have achieved normality. So, darling girl, I hope that answered your question. I hope you feel more at ease. We're going to move it on over to Choose Able. Love reading. Everybody sing Love Shack. Love Shack. Oh, his shifting thoughts about you. Sharina just had another question. His shifting thoughts about you is like he kind of warms up and goes, yeah, like she wasn't that bad. And then he goes, no, I can't go there. I can't go there. Can't go in that direction. Can't go in that direction. You know, he kind of talks himself out of it. Because the relationship already has some storyline to it. So if he gets back in, he's got to jump back in that storyline, and he's not going to be able to jump out of the escape hatch if he needs to run for the hills. So that's the thing. Like as soon as he starts to catch feelings a little too much, he's got to get out of there. Because again, he hasn't planned out what his world looks like in the future. So he doesn't know what he looks like in the future. So he can't decide what his spouse is going to look like in the future. So it's like with maturity, I think he could come along. But if he keeps, hanging out with these gals that aren't great, he's just going to keep spinning his wheels in the mud like he's stuck in a truck. So that's that. All right. So Choose Able. It's my timing deck. Nope, that's the regular deck. There we go. Choose Able. It's good to see you. Still here, baby? Oh, Eli 8. I am going to do another live. I actually closed the questions. We're an hour overdue. I closed the questions. I will have another live scheduled possibly for Saturday. Maybe we'll do Saturday Night Live over here. So come on back or if you'd like, somebody drop my Calendly link. I have open schedule for the rest of this week, except for Friday. And I have text message questions that you can get text, WhatsApp or email. I also have Pay What You Can readings that are live readings with me. I have 3 of those available a week, and they're half-hour readings. So if you want to buy a reading and come chit-chat with me privately, that'd be awesome. If you want to send me a text message question, be more than happy to answer it. Or you can wait until Saturday. I would love to read for you. I'm just kind of running on empty right now. So you can see I'm getting a little drifty. So love reading for Choose Able. Does my Mr. Right exist? Never say never. Never say never. There you go. There's your Mr. Right. Hot stuff, too. Hot stuff. Hot stuff. Oh, there he is. Little immature right now. World in reverse. Wheel of Fortune. 10 of Pentacles. So Goonies never say die with that world in reverse. And what do I mean by that? Can somebody post my Calendly link, please, for Meg? That would be great. Actually, let me do something before. Thanks, Dave. I gotta make sure my schedule is closed out for tonight because I owe my husband a little bit of time. I make this nice and big. Availability. Let me just make sure that I am not available for tonight. Edit date. All right, there you go. You guys can book away. Go ahead. Book as many appointments as you want now. Oops. Where are we? Is this my live? This is my live. All right, there we go. Come on down. And then we are going to put it there. And where's my other one? There we go. Not that one. Sorry, guys. This is what happens when. Oh, I lost one of my lives. There we go. 1, 2. We're back in business. All right. I can see what I'm doing. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. So, your Mr. Right is somebody that you've already matched up with. It's somebody that you've already had a date with. Thank you, Dave. You're a hero. You and Zeph, you guys are great. Guys are great. Remember, 3 every week. Every week. Pay what you can. And there's also the text message readings. I'm going to make a change to the text message readings too. So I'm going to open up the schedule on that as well. This is somebody that you have known and trusted before. Somebody from a little bit ago. They seem very immature, kind of goofy, and everyone who's been around this channel for a while knows when I say they're a good dancer, it doesn't mean that they're good at the lambada. It means they're good in the sack. So this is somebody that's good in the sack. And I don't know if you have tasted the fruits of that yet, but I'm going to highly recommend that you do, because it does look like it could be a good time. Just keep in mind, look at what that hand is doing to the wand. Like, things are happening. But the world in reverse is it ain't over, baby. It ain't over. So let me see if we can figure out who this is. I don't know how old you are, Choose Able, but the guy who played the greatest American hero, I immediately saw that guy. He also was in the spoof horror movie House and House 2, great double feature if you want to watch it. But what series did you get out of my head? What series? The Greatest American Hero? Did you really? Look at what's happened to me. I can't believe in myself. William Katt. Thank you very much, Melissa. He looks like William Katt. He's got like this fluffy blonde hair. He doesn't look exactly like him, but it's the fluffy blonde hair. Who didn't have a crush on him, Mark? He was adorable. He was adorable. So he's still adorable, I think. So there's like a little, I'm going to say this, if he grew his hair out, it would be like a little fluffy kind of like 70s like poof that the guys with curly hair had. My brother had it. So, but he's somebody somebody that you know. And Gregopedia singing The Greatest American Hero. I still think that's a bottle of wine. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Yes, there are 8 or 9 books. Gary, do we know you? I think we know Gary.
Huh? I think Gary is me from an alternate dimension.
I think he is. He's talking about Marky's brother had the puffy 70s hair too. So this is definitely somebody that has been in your vicinity and in your heart. And it's somebody that you like very much. I'm going to take it back. I don't think that you've jumped in the sack with this person. I don't think that you've had any kind of contact like that with them. I think that it has been more of a cultivated friendship. He was in Carrie too. Oh, that was a good call. Yes. But House and House 2, very funny movies. Ari Gross is in the second one. Look, it's a prehistoric bird. I thought Madonna was the Madonna of the 80s. So, where is this guy? Suze, you keep missing each other. You've got to be more strategic about how you find him. And this is a big indicator. When you are around him, you feel very calm. Very calm. He takes away any anxiety. He's also the kind of guy that gets things done. So like if you went into a restaurant with him and you had a party of 8 and they only had tables of 4, he would grab the hostess and say, listen, I'm just going to move these tables together and like, so we can all sit together. So we don't have to have this big gulf there. Is that okay with you? Like he would get it done. If you, it sounds so sexist, but if you got a flat tire, he would say, just stay in the car. I'll change the tire or go sit down, like go sit down on that bench and I'll take care of it. He's a guy that gets things done, but he's not really aggressive or oppressive in the way that he helps people. He's actually very very even keeled. He's very, very stable, but friendly and not. There's nothing off-putting about him, but he doesn't ooze sex appeal. He doesn't. He is a slow lover, though. He is very slow and deliberate and really savors the moment when he is with someone in an intimate experience. That is like, I just got really deep on that. Sorry, guys. Sorry, this is a family channel. It's really not a family channel at all. But it absolutely, he's a surprise when girls hook up with him, and when he kisses them, it's a surprise, because you're like, "Ooh!" Like all of a sudden it was all bottled up, and now it's coming out. And it's pretty interesting. Very nice guy. I think he does physical work. I'm trying to describe him so you can find him. I think he does physical work. He has like a physical job. That's why his aptitude is to like jump out of the car and do things. How soon can we put this together? You need to have the scales come from your eyes. Knock those scales. Right here, we got some scales on our eyes. I need you. This isn't a matter of when he's going to show up. This is a matter of when you are going to see him, because I think he is already there. I think he is already there. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to look for the guy who's moving the tables around in the restaurant. You're going to look for the guy who will change your tire. You're going to look for the guy who picks up somebody else's dog poop. Like, I'm not even kidding. He's a great guy. Great guy. Thank you very much, Choose Able. We are going into Celine. Celine dropped me a PayPal yesterday. And guys, don't be shy. You can always offer up a PayPal. It'll get me a tank of gas or to the dispensary. So we all know those things. Angus is not competing professionally this year for the summer. He's going to take the summer off. So we have some expenses that we don't have to worry about with him. So let's see how the next 6 months are going. Keep getting chest infections. Let's see. We're definitely going to be dipping into your lungs, remote view style. Next 6 months. All right. So the first part is on you. We're going to look at the first 3 months. All right, darling. Celine, you got to stop pushing yourself to the maximum. There are things that, nice, Dave. There are things that you can outsource or opt to not do. You're doing too much. You're depleting your body. Here, you need to bring in other resources. One of the things I love about the Three of Wands cards is you see there's a fleet out in the water out there. Let me bring that up there so you can see the boats out in the water. This guy has sent those boats out to go do what they're going to do, to heed his command. And now he is powerless. And the only thing that he has is the instructions that he has given them. He has to believe, he has to have faith in what he has done and what he has instructed them to do. This is something you need to learn. You need to. So if you're scrubbing the floor and the toilets at your house, make sure that you utilize the resources that you have and the people that are around you. If it's hiring a cleaning service, do it. That being said, one of the things that I want you to be very careful of, and this is going to go for the whole 6 months, I want you to be careful of inhalants. So strong smells. I'm going to include in this incense, cleaning products, those kinds of things. I want you to dial them back, dilute, and make sure, like if you're gonna smudge a room with some incense or some Palo Santo or a little bit of white sage or something like that, have somebody else do it. I know your intention has to be in there. You can go in with I unplugged my mic. Hang on. We got to fix the mic. Got the wrong mic. Let's fix the mic. Oh, well, guys, I lost one of my mics. So testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me okay, guys? So we're going to be wearing headphones. So if you smudge the house, you can go in with a fan and just use this for your intention. Let it burn when you're not in there, open the windows, and then start smudging away. Oh, geez. Okay. All right. Let's get to it. I look like Princess Leia now. Let's see if we can get this. Huh?
More like Princess Vespa.
Princess Vespa? Really? Why is my mic not working? I don't know if it's a new cord that I need for this. All right, that's better. All right, we got this is actually the expensive mic, and the cord, when I hit the table, like loosens up. So you could hear me, and it switched over to the headset mic, and it just sounds like I'm a million miles. I'm a million miles away. All right, so be careful of the inhalants. Next 3 months, Wheel of Fortune. Oh, Penny, if you want, send me a WhatsApp or an email. You've booked before. I just tell me what you want to book, and I can do it on my end. Just send me an email. I'll take care of it. fortunecookiestarot@gmail.com. You've already booked with me once, so I can do that easily. Just tell me which appointment you want and what questions you want, and I'll set it all up for you, sweetie pie. Sweetie pie, I got you. So I'm going into the next 6 months, Celine. If you're not careful and if you're not delegating responsibilities out, sorry, move those over. What's going to happen is it's going to catch up with you, and it's going to knock you back into your seat. Remember what's going on when the universe makes us sick, knocks us down, does that. They want us to sit and do something else. They want us to lay down and be still for a little while so that we can reconnect. I want to do a little remote view. Reminder, I'm not a doctor, guys. I'm not a witch doctor. Call me the witch doctor. Da, 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 da. I don't know that whole song. But let me take a little bit of a look inside those lungs. Let me see what's going on. So the inflammation that's in there, they're not getting the infection cleared up. No matter what antibiotics they're giving you, they're not getting the infection cleared up. So I do see it's very pink, it's very inflamed, and the mucusy. Hi, Ian. It's good to see you. Ian, hit that bell on your subscribe. Sometimes you have to reset it. YouTube's had their boot on my neck for a little bit. So the mucus that's on the, and I shouldn't say mucus, but the lining, the slippery lining that's supposed to be in our lungs as a protectant, it's not right, and I can't say what the quality is of it, that it's not right. It almost feels like the chemistry of it isn't correct. If there's supposed to be like a cleansing quality to it, it's not there. There's a component missing in it. So I want you to do one thing. Talk to your doctor about like the inflammation that's like kind of under there. And I think they need to really power in some, I'm sure you've been on antibiotics left and right. And antibiotics are terrible. I was medically injured by taking too many antibiotics, but they're just not getting to the root of that infection, which I'm going to suggest two things. First thing, look up Ayurveda dieting. It is medical Indian medical diets, and so what it does is that you will eat foods that will affect different things in our body. So turmeric gets rid of inflammation. I talked a little bit earlier about grounding foods, beef, any of our red meats, potatoes, vodka, those kinds of things are all very, very grounding. Thank you, Ian. I think I'm going to do a live on Saturday. I think I'm going to be live again. So hope to see you back here, Ian. So look up some information about Ayurveda dieting. Now, that's like a whole discipline that is like a really academic discipline. Lots of people study that for years and years and years. You can find an Ayurvedist. I had a great book. Somebody borrowed it, never gave it back. I can't remember the title. Can't even remember what the cover looked like. I've bought a few, but it won't let you subscribe to me. Oh, I'm on the naughty list. I'm on the naughty list all over the place. Everyone's telling me I'm on the naughty list today. So that I want you to pay attention to. More so, something that you can do is you can actually do the meditation and kind of clear that out yourself. Look up some of the Dr. Joe Dispenza meditations. And Ian, you sent me some jewels. I got a mystery gift. Thank you, Ian. Yay. Ian, for some reason I can't show those on StreamYard. They won't show on StreamYard. I can't pop them up. They don't come through. But that's awesome. Wait. I think I do have some. No, I don't. Dang it. I'm on the naughty list all over the place. So, TT, how are you, honey? I hope you're doing well, sweetie. Oh, sweetie pie. Oh, we got to talk. I've been off YouTube for 2 months, so I have not been attentive. So I want you to do Dr. Joe Dispenza's meditations, changing the outcomes, changing your future. And what you're going to do is like really concentrate on seeing your lungs clear and clarified and all that. I really want you to be careful of the influence. Masks don't work for you because the mask is actually adding more stuff that goes into your lungs, like the dust and the particles that are on the mask. So you just really need to be around a purified environment, which is really, really hard. But like if you go outside and you breathe in, you're going to get pollen and all kinds of stuff. The natural stuff is a little bit better than the cleaning products and things like that. So I just want you to be really careful of those, the things that you inhale. Unfortunately, Celine, I do see that this is going to be a continued process for you through the next 5 months. Once we get to the 6th month, I do think that things start to move and we start to get more people that are getting on board your team and working together to kind of solve the mystery. This, you can step up though. You can actually move this 5 of Wands into your more present future. And just say, hey, I need a team. I need, pulmonary specialists times 3 here, people that are going to get together and really take a look at what's going on in my chest area. There's something about light therapy, but I don't think it's like laser therapy, but there's something about light therapy. Again, when we go out in the sun, afternoon and morning sun, it's very, very cleansing for our spirit. It really works well. Go out there and do that. Dave and Melissa are sending me jewels. You guys are saying, I love jewelry. Thank you. Dave, look at this. You guys are going crazy. Going bananas here. So, all right. I'll answer that question. So Celine, let me know if you have any other questions about that. I do think you're going to have that, but step it up. The way that we go around this is we circumvent it, So, and I want to stress this for Celine right now. When I do readings for people, is to let them know the conditions that are in place right now. Anything we do can change that. Anything that we do, we can rectify an outcome, make something else happen. If I tell someone, yes, it looks like you're going to have some chest infections for the next 5 months, that doesn't mean you are branded with that and it's inflexible, it's never going to go away. What that means is that it's giving you an opportunity to shift the patterns and shift your behavior so that we don't have that outcome. Got it? So I hope that helped. I'm sorry. I wish it was better. So Margie says, I got a psychic score. Margie got a new job through a friend. Woohoo! Everybody, let's do a little celebrate. We are going to do psychic score. Margie, congratulations. I think that that's fantastic. Everybody throw Margie some love in the chat, and I'm going to pull some cards about the over-under on this new job. So what are the pros and cons? Let's look at those cons first, and then we'll go to the pros. What are the pros and cons? Starting with our cons. There we go. The cons. The when I get the 5 of Wands for work things, it can be chaotic collaboration or it can be really good collaboration. So we're going to get a verb for this. And a lot of people in that place are going to be going in different directions with their vision. Not the people that are in leadership positions, but it's more of the think tank is not quite on the same page. They're all fighting to have their idea put to the front, their initiatives put to the front. So that is one of the cons. That's going to be a little bit difficult. What can you do? Zeph, I'll see you later. Thank you, baby. We're almost done. Zeph, thank you so much. Everybody say thanks to Zeph on the way out the door. She is the best of the best of the best. She's a Men in Black. Give that baby boy a pat for me too. So what can you do to combat this situation? Keep your head down and don't offer up any more ideas. Don't, when you see them kind of getting into that fray where like everybody's kind of pushing for the same idea or their own ideas, different things, but they're pushing for the same thing, just kind of sit on your idea and let that settle. Let all the dust settle before you get into it. What are the pros? Let's look at the pros. We're going to get these cons out of here. Let's look at the pros. Ready? Pros. Here we go. So you are going to have actionable ideas. And that's why I'm saying sit on your ideas for now. Don't pull them out just yet. So they were just acquired by a bigger company. Oh, so it makes sense. Okay. So sit on your ideas for now. Keep a like almost like an idea book. Have like specifically like one little notebook that has all your ideas in it and what kind of change making you want to do there. It's not over yet. You just have to wait for all of this dust to settle. So I think it's going to be fantastic, baby. Are you going to be there for a long time? Yeah, look at that star card. Woo! All right. Park it and have a good time there. Margie, congratulations. That is really fantastic. And I have to say, I have a lot of friends that were looking for jobs that are starting to get jobs. It is making me feel pretty good about the job market here in the United States, specifically the United States. All right, let's see what else we got. Says psychic score. Zeph, let me see. How's their fire season going to go? I think their fire season is going to be interesting out there. I think they're going to have some trouble containing some fires. And I think they're going to say, we've got issues with water. I don't know if there's drought out there. Let's do. All right. Oh, and Gary left, so I'm not going to be able to answer his inquiry about my book. All right. How would William's children handle him being king? So we're going to look at all three of them. B-Bear, are you still here? How are the Wales children going to handle the ascension of King William? That is our first one. Oh, George is going to have a rough time with it. Charlotte understands the assignment, and we got Louis acting like a maniac, acting like a nut. So why is George going to have such a hard time with it? George is going to have a moment where he's like, I still want to grow up. I don't want to be the Prince of Wales yet. That makes me think that he's, still going to be fairly young when the ascension happens. And I do think that, B-Bear, you're still here. Good. So I think the pressure of being this close to being king is going to be somewhat disturbing for him. I do think that they have a great family life. very tightly knit family life. I think it's going to be fine. Charlotte understands the assignment. Look at it. She is going to be the Princess Anne of the future. We've got it. She's no nonsense. She has zero tolerance for bad behavior and zero tolerance for anyone that is outside of the royal family. She is not going to deal with any crap. Now, Louis, 3 of Cups. Louis is going to flex this. Louis is going to be very, very excited about it. And all in all, Louis is going to be very, very cute. But I think he is going to be like, well, I'm the Duke of whatever now. Like, there's something very Mike Tyndall about him. And I know that they're not blood related, but he is kind of crafting himself after Mike Tyndall. He's trying to turn himself into Mike Tyndall a little bit. So yes, Dave, I do think that George is going to realize his father's mortality and the fragility of life. So I do think we're going to see that. All right. So we're going to put those kids to bed for now. Every
time I hear about William becoming king, he's going back to when he was born in like the 80s.
Okay.
They had like a show for like Spitting Image, those weird, creepy puppets that were in like the Phil Collins video.
Uh-huh.
And it was just William sitting next to the bassinet, and this creepy little puppet baby just turns and goes, "Father, I want to be king."
Oh God, that's creepy. All right, now we have to watch that.
Sorry.
All right.
It's stuck in my head for 20 some odd years, or 30 some odd years.
All right. So, how is Mackenzie Sharilla going to make out? Let's take a look at her. She's not learning anything. She's not she's not happy. She's not going to absorb any of that information. Yikes. This kid is Mel of a Hess. Who used to say that? Was that Miss Arnold who would say Mel of a Hess, or was it Miss Kurtz?
That's something Miss Kurtz would say.
So Mackenzie is not going to be reestablished. Mackenzie is not going to be rehabilitated. This and very interesting. I did see the footage of the paramedics putting her in the back of the ambulance, and she is quite lucid. She knew her address. She knew the name of the boys that were in the car. She asked, how is Dom? Dominic, the boyfriend. This is the Hell on Wheels girl that in 2022 crashed her car at 100 miles an hour, 90 miles an hour into a building, killing her boyfriend, Dominic Russo, and Davion Flanagan, who was just an adorable young man. They both were very handsome young men, but Davion was absolutely adorable. And some questionable behavior and substances and things like that. But she was convicted of because the accident reconstruction did not match up with what she said. She said she passed out and slammed her foot on the gas, but had she passed out, when you pass out, I have epilepsy. When you pass out, you go limp. When you have epilepsy, you flap all over the place. But I'm sorry, I had to say that. I'm a fish out of water. I can make jokes about my epilepsy. She's scared, and she said it on the phone with her mother. She said, I don't want to get out of here when I'm 50 years old. Like, oh my God. And rightly so. She's exhibited bad behavior in jail, and I think she continues to do so. Will she get out? I think she gets out at the 15 years. I think she does. She's got to serve 15 to life. It's concurrent. She's serving the terms concurrent. So that means she got 15 to life for both boys, and consecutive sentences. She would do the 15, and then they would figure out what to do with her. She's going to do the 15. and then they're going to let her out. They are going to let her out. But this kid hasn't learned a dang thing. She's not open at all. She will be somewhat less powerful after this. And there's talk about her like having voodoo dolls and using pendulums and things like that. So I think she was into a little bit of Sloan Bella said that she thinks the family is like Romani, the traveler, the traveler community here in the United States. And I don't know if I believe that. She said it's not, it's like energetic. It's not, family tree wise, it's not part of the family makeup. She's generating some power in her. I wish Gary was still here. This is very interesting. For a slight little thing, she's got a lot of energetic power around her. What's going on with that? What's going on? Let's go a little bit deeper. Dig a little deeper. Find out what you are. Gotta dig a little deeper. Give me a second, guys. This kid's been dabbling in a lot of spooky stuff. I want to say sexual energy plus the amount of energy that she has in her naturally, the powerful energy that's in her, and the doors that she has opened. She has created some interesting magic. Let's just put it that way. Interesting magic. I don't want to go anywhere near her right now. And I almost feel like she sensed my presence.
Like the aliens in Ohio.
Like the what?
Like the aliens in Ohio.
Yeah, I won't read on her again, guys, for right now. I'm not going to read on her again. That was a bit weird. She turned and looked right at me. She just turned and looked right at me. Sorry, kid. Mind my own business next time. She's got a lot of magic around her, a lot of interesting magic, but it's not really good magic. Doesn't feel right. Does not feel right. So we're not going to read on her anymore, guys. Just give me a minute. Greg, we're going to have to sage the house.
Okay.
I'm seleniting myself right now, guys. I'm just pulling this off, and I'm going to shove this right in my mouth and keep it with me for the rest of the day. The sucker's going in my pocket. Thank God I've got some sitting on my body. Yeah, I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to read on her again. Yeah, there's some bad magic there. I will watch the movie tonight, but there's some bad magic there. I think I'm going to be putting a mirror on the headboard too. All right, let's walk it away from that. All right, B-Bear's there. B-Bear. Hey, B-Bear. Actually, I'm going to put some selenite on these. I'm not going to read those again for right now. Dig a little deeper. That was crazy. Yeah, that was, thanks, TT. Absolutely. I literally broke out into a sweat. I'm very uncomfortable with that person. I'm going to put those all the way over there. I don't want them infecting anything. All right. Andrew and Harry, is it genetic or nurture? That was B Bear's question. So we start with Andrew. Genetic? Yes. But it's more than genetic. What it actually is he was placed in the family to be the wolf in sheep's clothing. He was placed in the family to do that. That is his job. Oh, they are Eastern European. Thank you, Jen. Thank you. Yeah, there's something there. There is something there. Bang, bang. Really just it's wild. Kid's got a lot of power. Oof. Should have used it for good. So Andrew was karmically placed in the family to be the wolf in sheep's clothing. The cute kid who was going to cause a ruckus. He was always meant to be there to create problems, to the contrary of his mother and her nurturing. So how about Harry? Harry's nurture. Look at that. We're getting some of the same cards. Didn't we get some of the same cards? Look at that. Harry is nurture, the absence of his mother. He needed the yin and the yang of mother and father. He needed that. And he didn't really have much. I'm not saying that his dad was a bad dad, but I'm just saying he didn't get the same amount of his dad that he needed. He absolutely needed his mother. Once his mother was gone, the pressure valve was gone, and he would just load up and load up and load up and be a complete disaster. Jen, you are fantastic. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. Thank you so much. So Harry, I think, was a lack of nurture, whereas Andrew, I think, was a karmic addition to the family. That's what he was. All right. And oh man. So all right. If Gary comes back, Gary, which one of the books behind me is my favorite, the one I read the most, and the one I want to start? So so this one is one that I need to start. This is the Extraterrestrial Species Almanac. I bought this. You can see the binding isn't even broken. That's one that I want to read. I'm going to go backward. Of course, let me throw that on the floor. I have Ignatius Donnelly, Atlantis, the Antediluvian World. This I also have on Audible. And if I must say, my favorite shelf is this one right here. This is my favorite shelf because here we have my Russian history books, my Russian picture books. I have more. The Icon and the Axe is. This is the greatest book on Russian history and culture. For anyone that's interested, this was actually a textbook for one of my courses. But this really will give you an amazing sense of Russian history. And it's so funny because like if you look, like I was a maniac with the highlighting and post-its and all kinds of stuff in there. What else? Watch, I probably have like phone numbers in here, all kinds of fun stuff. Just saying. So yeah, this it's really great. It goes back to the Rus, the origins of Russian history, the beginnings of it. So this is actually pretty cool. Pretty cool. What else do I have up here? So like all of these are really great. The Last Tsar is an amazing book. The Last Tsar is about Nicholas II. That is an amazing book. The Race to Save the Romanovs, Helen Rappaport. Helen Rappaport wrote The Six Wives of Henry VIII. I think she wrote the Anne Boleyn book. And she's written a couple of other history books that are really, really fantastic. In another timeline, I am as successful as a history writer as Helen Rappaport. That's a bold statement. But then I have like my Harry and Meghan books over here, Finding Freedom. I can't find my copy of Spare. I got a copy of Spare and I don't know where it is. I don't know if I loaned it to someone. So it's pretty wild. But so there you go. So it's hard for me to say what my favorite book is, but book that I one of the books that I read all the time, and I can't remember the author's name. She's a New Jersey lady, but it's the Haunted Mansion Mystery. It's a little kid's book, and it's like a chapter book, like your first chapter book. And I just got 2 copies of it, and I gave one to my girlfriend Shelly to read her kids, and I got one for myself to just enjoy every now and then. So what is my favorite crystal and oil essence? My favorite crystal is absolutely amethyst. I'm a big fan of amethyst as a psychic. This again came from Alicia Wicker from her website. You can buy all kinds of nifty sound cleansed crystals from her. It's not to say that, I buy a lot of crystals from her. This little 3-part set with the amethyst is in there. This is the little psychic set that she sells. Those are really great. I have amethyst pendulum as well, but I do keep a little brass pendulum. Pink quartz rose quartz is my second favorite, but since I've been working with Otter Spirit, like I'm getting into so many others. Like I would never have bought the garnet or the this is the red jasper. I never would have bought the red jasper either. So I'm like totally getting with my work with them, I'm getting turned on to a lot of really cool crystals. They send me a lot of cool stuff. So Moonstone is another one that I'm super into. My favorite essence is sandalwood, 100% sandalwood, but my favorite incense is Nag Champa. Nag Champa, I feel like it's a very balanced incense, and it is my daily cleansing incense in the house. Did you hear that?
Yes.
That was crazy. Don't say that. I don't like that. So there it is. So that's a little bit about me. They asked me anything. Twisted Tiara, thank you for your $5. Dude, we've got to get together. We've got to get together. I know I was a little crazy for the last couple of months. It's been a little bananas over here. And then I want to honor Sally's mom's heavenly birthday. Sally, happy heavenly birthday to your mom. We'll do messages from heaven for Sally. We're going to do that. And then you guys are going to see a video of me training dogs. I will share that with you. I'm going to have to do it in like a totally fakakta way. But so
Sylvia's daughter said that her son got an email and has a job interview on Tuesday.
What's that?
Sylvia's daughter said that her son got an email and has a job interview on Tuesday. We were talking about it yesterday.
Woohoo! Oh, that's awesome. Was it in a spam folder? Mary Chavez. Mary Chavez is here. Sylvia's daughter. That is fantastic. Oh my God. Everyone drop a prayer for Sylvia's daughter's son. Let's go. Little prayer for her. I'm just going to put some fire in there and some money. Put fire, money, and stars. The stars at night are big and bright. So, Sally, let's get some messages from heaven for you. And then we're going to wrap this shindig up, guys. Explore new ventures. Move forward with confidence. We are with you. We are proud of you and aware of your achievements. Now I have the hiccups because I drank all that water. Continue to grow by seeking new knowledge. We applaud your efforts. So, our dearly beloveds that have passed on are always watching us. They're always keeping an eye on us. Some of them cannot communicate with us very well, but a lot of the time they can communicate with us. We just have to pay attention to the messages that they send us. For example, my friend Tony, after he passed away, decided to drop my kitchen light on me. It was the housing around the glass bulb around the light bulb that was in there. And I was in the kitchen, I was doing a million things. And next thing I knew, I was walking out of the kitchen. The whole thing fell on the ground and smashed. I hadn't changed the light bulb. I hadn't done anything. I was the only person that was in that condo. It wasn't like it could have gotten loose. Sometimes they do that. Greg's best friend, Chris, shut the lights out on me in the bathroom, and he dings the top of mason jars for us and showed up for Greg. Sometimes they're a little bit more demonstrative. My grandmother stands at my kitchen sink when I'm making sauce. Anton, здравствуйте. Очень приятно. Is it your first time here? I think it's your first time here. Я говорю по-русски, but чуть-чуть. Only a little bit. I don't speak very well. So, нехорошо. But it's very nice to have you here. Welcome. So, start yelling, "Oh my guy. Help me." So, yes, we did close the questions. Thank you, Greg. We did close the questions. So, guys, if you want to talk to your dearly beloveds, please do so. Sally, thank you very much. I appreciate your super chat. Guys, you're keeping the channel alive. Let's watch a dog training video. Are you guys ready? So I told everybody if we hit the marks on the, pause. So I said, if we hit the goal, and we hit the goal. I mean, we've got a bunch of super chats. I don't even know how many we have. I said I was going to do, 10 on the one, 10 on the other. We hit it. We did it great. You guys are feeding this pig. But now let me show you what I look like when I'm doing my other job. So we're going to bring this down. And this is me out on the farm. And the lovely little female dog with me is Miku. That is my father-in-law's sweet baby girl. She's an Australian cattle dog. Red healer. What?
Does Dave know her?
Does Dave know her? Dave, do you know this dog? Let me drop down that comment. So. Can hear I'm using the squeaky toy to get her to follow. I look like a Chubanooch. That foot action is just to touch her butt so that she sits down. I'm wearing a Snoopy shirt because I was trying to be approachable and fun. Namiku is not, she's not very good at sitting and staying. She's very enthusiastic. She's young. She's just over a year. My daughter's filming. You can see the agility equipment in the background. The paddock next to us right there has mini horses in it usually. And I'm just trying to get her. This is her first day training. So, and I'm giving her some treats. And we're just trying to get her to stay nice and keep her attention on me.
No, stay. Stay. Nope. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. Very nice. Well done, young lady. Well done, young lady. All right, that's good.
Ben Shapiro. So that is me dog training here. I'll show you some more pictures. There's Miku. We have her with, I bought a little Pride Month squeaky toy for her. And there she is licking her chops. It was really warm out. So when we're training dogs, what I do, the way that I run my my training sessions is I do really, really short sessions, like 15 minutes, but I do a whole bunch during the day. She responds better to bloody oath. But Miku, my father-in-law needs her just to be a little bit tighter. She's super, super bright. So we're going to be able to get her to do some cool things. One of the skills, not a trick, but a skill that my Rottweiler Buffy had, I had a rope that went through my mailbox and dangled down on either side with a knot. And when the mailman would come, I had rubber bands in there and he would take the mail and make it into like a tube. And he'd put the rubber bands around him. And then Buffy, I would send her out to the road and she would go out. She'd pull one side of the rope and open up the box. She'd take the mail out. She'd carry the mail out to the other side, drop it on the back of the mailbox, and then pull the rope, close the mailbox, pick the mail up, and she would bring it back to me. And all that was done on one command. That was go get the mail. So I think Miku is going to be able to do that. We're not going to have her do it at my dad's house or my father-in-law's house because she's going to have to cross the street. But, you know, I think she's going to be able to do some cool stuff. And you saw we have some agility equipment out there. We need to get a few more pieces, but they're already on site. So we'll be doing a little bit of agility work with her as she starts to come around. So it's going to be really fun. So that's what I'm doing on the weekdays in the morning. And in the night, in the evenings and the afternoons, I'm going to come back here and do this. And on the weekends, I'm going to be doing this. So it's going to be nice. I'll be outdoors. I'll get to wear my Doc Martens again and get to wear like ugly jeans. That was one of the things, like I was dressed for ugly jeans today. But life is good. So it's nice to get back into the mix and start walking around. So everybody, listen, we're going to wrap this up. I will set up a live for Saturday, but we have a black tie wedding on Friday. So we are not going to overextend ourselves this weekend. One of my cousins is getting married. It's going to be really fun. So we're not going to overextend. So I'm going to set up that live on Saturday for Saturday. So keep an eye out for that. It's just going to depend on how exhausted we are from this wedding and if we have other stuff that we have to do around the house. So either Saturday or Sunday, I will do another live for you guys. Members. I will set up a members live for you probably Friday morning for the reading giveaway. So I know I owe you guys like 2 months of reading giveaway. So we'll give a whole bunch away. We'll get everybody in there. If you guys want to get on board, if you want to become members, get in there and hang out. So now that Gary is back, Gary, I'm going to repeat what I said here. So Gary, favorite books. I'm glad that everything's okay. Your neighbor's 100-year-old country is my neighbor's 100-year-old country just broke in half and took out the power. Oh my God. I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure what happened. But so I'm going to tell you, all right, my favorite book or the book that I need to read is my Alien Extraterrestrial Species Almanac. I've been dying to read this. The binding is not broken. Regular go-to book, Ignatius Donnelly, The Antediluvian World of Atlantis. And then The Icon and the Axe, which is a Russian history book. Anton, I'm looking at you. Smatri. Icon and the Axe. This is one of the best academic Russian history books you can get. It whets your appetite if you have any interest in Russian history. Takes you all the way back to the Rus. Of course, I've got all of my books on Nicholas II, which was the most unfortunate czar ever. Really was an interesting dude. So, oh, it was 100-year-old tree. It was a biggest pecan tree. That's nuts. Very good, Greg. For a dead guy, you're really funny. I love you to death. Now I want to watch that. I want to watch I Love You to Death. So guys, thank you so much. It's great to be back. I'm going to try and get to the content videos, my production videos too. But I am stretched a little bit thin. Again, like I am really, really happy that Angus is not going to be competing with his professional organization this summer, because we're going to have him all summer. We're not going to have to give him away to other people. And it'll be nice to watch him have a great time his summer after senior year. So good things. I've got Ella. Ella's going to be assisting me at the kennel too. She's going to come over and assist me. So that's going to be great. I have a little training partner. I'll teach her how to train dogs. She prefers cats, but I'll teach her how to train dogs. So guys, thank you so much. Mods. I want to give you guys a big fat round of applause. Another round of applause. Because you guys are fantastic. Let's plan on getting together again over the weekends, and I'm gonna figure out, like, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday will be live days for us. Like maybe we'll just do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday live, and lead into private appointments after. That may well be the way that we go with this channel. I'm trying to maximize my time and your time. I want to be really respectful of your time. I'm not doing it right now in this outro. One last thing. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m., New Jersey, New York, Baltimore time, Barney and I are going to do our dating advice show. We actually have some questions that were sent in to us. We have an email. And the video is up on his right now. It is the Barnosphere. You guys saw him. He was in and out real quick. He hit it and quit it. Hopefully we're going to be advising people not to do that in our dating advice. But Barney is fantastic. We have a really fun backstory. And we are going to be giving advice to people in the comments and people that have sent stuff in. We're going to be talking about celebrities. We're going to be talking about who's doing it right, who's doing it wrong, who's being a jerk. So it'll be super, super fun. Dave Murphy, it is a perfect time for you. So get on in there. We're going to have some fun with it. But thanks a lot, guys. So no live tomorrow for me, but I'll be over on the Barnosphere, and I am going to simulcast it on my channel too. So if you guys want to come in and migrate over to Barney's, that would be great to give him some views. We're going to be working together. Right now, he's going to be the only content creator that I am going to be expanding with. It's the only other place you can see me. I really want to put a lot of energy into making sure that Barney gets back up and running, because he ran away from YouTube as well. And the two of us are kind of supporting each other to make sure that we keep doing what we do so well here. So everybody, thank you for being here. I hope everybody has a great rest of their evening, great rest of their day, or whatever you're doing. So I will see you guys very soon. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you in the future.